All right. Think we're all locked in here. Yo, welcome to the show, everyone. Some PM Fantasy Life. I was in the mood to play some games, so here we are. Let's grab some jams real quick. While we load up here. Because I forgot that when I play on PC, I don't have access to... When I play on PC, I don't have access to... The sound doesn't play through here. Give me just a second. We'll grab Red Twilight here. Okay, cool. Now we're all set. And then we have to... Unfortunately, we need to make an adjustment here because it loaded up an old save. All right. I mean, you're always allowed to talk about Endgame, just don't spoil anything for anybody, you know? Here we go. Cross save data has been found. Overwrite local save data and load the game. Yes. I think this is what we want to do. Overwriting will result in loss of data currently in progress. Yes. Okay, we should be good here. All right, I'll catch up on chat in just a moment here. Okay, perfect. This is exactly where I left on PC. Okay, good. I was a little scared, man. This cross save stuff is scary. You know what I mean, dude? Your save files hanging in the ether. You don't know what's going on, dude. Like it's scary stuff, dude. I'm not sure if I ever want to do cross save stuff again. It's just too scary, man. I mean, like I'm talking about in other games. Whew. All right, sick. I was scared. I thought like I lost my save for like a half a second. Or it was stuck on the Switch. All right, welcome in here, everyone. Good evening. Welcome back to the show here tonight. We're doing a little bit of Fantasy Life tonight. As you can tell, I was in the mood to game. And I'm super happy to be here. I just wanted to play some Fantasy Life. I just wanted to relax, and I figured why not do it with the fam, because I missed playing Fantasy Life this past week or two because of the Switch 2 release. So yeah, we were in the mood to chill out and play some Fantasy Life here. Welcome in, everybody. Detective, I see you first in the chat. Welcome to the show. All right, nice. We got our save file though. Dude, I for real was freaking out for a second. And if for those that don't know, we have Mario Kart Friday night. Mario Kart scheduled Friday night, 5 p.m. ! Night in the chat. So I was thinking I wanted to play maybe some kart as well, but I figured we'll just wait for that on Friday. So Mario Kart Friday night, 5 p.m. So this is also meant to be kind of an advertisement for that.
I love this community so much. HD.
Turn down this music a little bit. Oh, Courtney Brell with the name change. Nice. Brelbasaur. I like it. Cute. Holy heck. Yo, thank you, Pastel, for 51-month Prime. And welcome in Ray Dalbano for 14. Good to see you back in here, Ray. I hope you're doing well. Hope you've been enjoying your Fantasy Life journey. Thank you again, Pastel, for 51 Prime. Thanks for sticking with me, Pastel. I appreciate you. All right, let me just double check a couple things. Make sure everything's where I want it to be. I still haven't covered up this window, so we got a little bit of that evening sun coming in on the beard. That's okay. It gives us some texture. That's okay. All right, and we'll zoom in for a bit here. All right. Yeah, I do have a Bulba command. Yeah. All right. So yeah, Jessica, do you have to be a specific level for endgame? No, you can do whatever you want in this game. You can do whatever you want in this game. Are you going to be able to beat the boss at any level? No. If your question is what level do you need to be to beat the boss, I don't really have a good answer for that. Because it's also based off your skill level. It's also based off of the NPCs and their levels and who you bring with you. I recommend just going and trying. Don't overthink it, dude. Just go and try to beat the game. If you think you're ready, if the boss smacks you in the mouth and sends you packing, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing bad that happens. You can just go back and you could just try again later. You know, like I honestly wouldn't overthink it at all. Like, yeah, I would just go for it. I think I fought the final boss around level 40 hunter. I think I was just about to be a master hunter. I will tell you though, it's a very tough fight, Jessica. And again, we're not trying to spoil. It's honestly a very tough fight. I made it feel kind of easy. I actually think I was like level 60. Now that I think about it, I think I was like level 60 hunter when I did it. And I will say it's kind of a tough battle, dude. It's kind of a tough battle. And you might struggle a little bit, but if you've beat Tears of the Kingdom, you're fine, dude. If you've beat Breath of the Wild, because I know I'm speaking to you directly because you're a Zelda head, you're fine, dude. If you've managed to take on challenges like Ganon in those games, you're fine. I would just go for it. Be confident in your gaming. You're good, Jessica. You know your way around a controller, dude. I wouldn't worry too much. I'd give it a try. Maybe if your main combat class is around 50 or so, is probably a good place to strive for. That's probably the best I could say for now. It's been a while, which is why I'm also not sure how to answer. And yeah, whoever answered that question to Jessica, after a while, you stop getting strangelings out of chest, and you can only get celestial flowers out of chest. So yeah, there's a couple different ways to get strangelings, and one of them is chest. After a while, they will no longer show up in chest, and you'll just get flowers. So that's not a bug, that's actually a feature. So if that's happening to you, that means that you've exhausted that way to get strangelings, and now you have to do other things to get strangelings. Unfortunately. Where's my other cook at? I'm trying to get specific recipes, and let's see if he's at home. Chakpa. I don't know if I missed anything, but unlike a normal stream where we would do a roll call, jump in the chat. Let me know you're out there, by the way. What's up, Lit with Kaz? Let me know you're out there, though. Let me know. Don't be shy to come say hello. You know, I want to always say good evening and hello to you. You're always welcome to do an @Hylian, whatever. Good to see you, Lemons and Limes, by the way. And thank you for the kind words. ! Blush in the chat. Chill out, chill out. Compliments are always welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Never necessary. I got out of the house. I went into the grocery store, got all my groceries, and got some protein, some good healthy eats, and then had a little bit of food. And I was kind of sneakily planning a night stream this whole time. I just wanted to wait for the lady friend to get off of work so I could chat with them for a little bit before I went live. For just a couple hours. I just wanted to come and hang out. So I put in Discord, but I noticed you buy a lot of dark honey from the merchants, but I ran across it at a restaurant at the tropical island. That could save you some cash nuts. Oh, thank you for that, Layla. I do buy dark honey. I do purchase a lot of dark honey. I didn't know you could buy it from the game. I thought that was a rare item. You said a restaurant here, huh? Let me go see. Yo, what's up, Cutlax? Hey, dude. Yeah, I was really in the mood. I was hoping you know, I started getting caught up in my head, as I always do, like, oh, well, maybe there's an expectation that I play something else, you know, something that a night stream game. And I quickly dismissed all those thoughts. Screw that, man. I just want to do what I want to do tonight. You know, I just want to come hang out with y'all. So I was really in the mood for some Fantasy Life. I haven't had a chance to play. So we can do some multiplayer. Dude, Dark Honey is available for money. I can't, dude, you just saved me so many cash nuts. That was a huge call out in the chat. That was actually a massive call out. Thank you very much for that, Layla. That was actually so big, dude. Like, that was actually so big. I can probably speak for most of the community when I say we love anything you'll give us. This chill stream is perfect. Oh, thank you, man. You guys are the best, dude. And I knew that. Sometimes it's easy to get caught up in your head. And it's like, oh, well, did I build an expectation that the next night stream would be this game? And sometimes I have to navigate those thoughts. And like I said, I quickly dismissed them and said, I'm just going to show up and do my thing. What's up, Dazzle? Welcome back, by the way. Flower Child, what's up, Oz? Bright Princess, Kuda, good to see you back, Kuda. Pine Aura, Majin Gator, good to see you back in here, Majin Gator. And yeah, Jessica, if you have any more questions about endgame stuff, you're welcome to ask. As long as you don't spoil anything about the last encounter and like the interactions with it, yeah, we can chat about that stuff all day. What's up, Renegade? Good to see you, by the way. What's up, KC? All right, we got some grapes. I gotta do a run around all of the shops in the whole game and restock. And I would have noticed Dark Honey if I would have did that. I need to go around and restock big time. All right, I'm gonna start off by just doing my dailies here. And then I'm gonna do some groves, I think. If people want to join for groves, you're welcome to. Maybe a blend of higher groves and lower groves here. We'll see what happens tonight, if anybody wants to join. And just a quick shout out, of course, if you're hanging out over on YouTube this evening, thanks for hitting up that lurker zone. I hope you enjoy the show over there. And thank you for tuning in today. You're able to get hero with every life with help of the community. That is super freaking cool. That deserves a freaking Robbie right there. That deserves a freaking Robbie right there, dude. I love that. Brielle Basor, I can't get over the name change. It's so good. It's so good. Good to see you back in here, Layla. Nintendo, are you enjoying Fantasy Life? Nintendo, how far along are you, if you don't mind me asking? If you can give me like a rough idea of how far along you are. I know you started a bit later than everyone else, right? I saw Freed Mike back in the house, by the way. Good to see you, Mike. Everly May, welcome back this evening. I hope you're having a good time with Minecraft. My daughter and son-in-law told me yesterday for Father's Day that she is expecting again, and if it's a girl, they're taking her. Oh, they're gonna name her Jessica after your late wife. Aw. That's insanely beautiful, dude. Throw a log on the bonfire, man. That's crazy beautiful, dude. What the heck, man? That's super cool, dude. I just finished the main story. I don't really know what the next steps are. I just want to get cool gear and level up lives. Any tips? Any tips? Okay, I think once you finish the story, what you could start focusing on is, I would zero in on maybe 2 or 3 lives that you would like to work on first. All right, that's the first thing I would do. Is I would take a look at all of the lives, and I would say, okay, which ones do I want to focus on first? Which ones would I like to work on? And then start focusing on those. All right, so endgame is kind of strange in Fantasy Life, and what I mean by that is you have to kind of write your own path. All right, like, unfortunately, the guidance really goes away, and for some people that can be tough. I just know that for some people that can be tough. All right. Yeah, very open-ended, right? What's up, Elementalist? So what I would recommend is, the first thing I would do is I would take a look at my life list And I would say, okay, what lives do I want to get up to master? If you don't already have some at master, I recommend 1 combat, and then I recommend doing a gathering and a crafting based off of that combat. So like hunter, woodcutter, carpenter, or mercenary, miner, blacksmith, or magician, woodcutter, carpenter. I recommend maybe kind of going like that. That's like a good vibe. If you already have master, then maybe move towards hero. Start focusing on getting 1 or 2 or 3 of these classes heroed. I think as you start going down the process of mastering and heroing a class, the game really starts to show itself to you, Cutlicks. All right, or Cutlax, if that's what you prefer. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you don't know, all of the quests that you have to go on in order to get master and get hero kind of push you through the whole game. It's really interesting. This game is pretty well built in that sense. So if you go to get master, let's say magician, right? You're gonna get sent to the depths, to these caves, to these dungeons to collect high-end materials. And then I think the game starts to show itself. You start to kind of get a feel like, okay, these are the places I should be farming for endgame. I think another thing you could do, separate, is Ginormosia. Start ranking up your towers. If you don't understand how this works, you're welcome to ask, but start getting your towers ranked up. This Ginormosia, this map is a really, really important part to endgame in this game. You don't feel it at first, but as you start to level up your Ginormosia, you quickly realize that this is like the most important endgame piece. It's probably the most important endgame thing that you can do, is like to help you get your lives leveled up, to get rare materials, to fight bosses. Ginormosia. Get out there and start leveling these towers up. Lastly, groves. So let me just clean that up for you, because I know I threw a lot of words at you. All right. Start working on mastering and or heroing a couple lives. Master is the most important. Hero can be done slowly. Get to Ginormosia and start learning this map and start leveling it up. Get in groves. Groves are the second most important, arguably the most important thing for endgame. Ginormosia and groves that's it. That's endgame content right there. Now there is other stuff though. Again, these quests will push you towards endgame content. For example, when I went to hero, right now, let's see what I am. I am a master magician. I want to be a hero magician. Where does the game send me? Take a look at this. The Nap Dragon in the Cave of Trials, basement number 4. Cave of Trials is a decently endgame dungeon. The Depths, basement 3. The Depths, basement 2 and 3 are pretty endgame-ish. The Depths, basement 3. The Depths, basement 3. So you see, you do these quests and they'll send, and this is the same for every class. Take a look at like mining. I need ancient crystals. Where do I get those? From graphite deposits. You know, I needed ancient emeralds. Where do I get those? From the Depths. So if you follow these quests, the game does a really good job kind of guiding you into endgame content. And then again, Ginormosia and groves. Groves are so nice. They're not everyone's cup of tea though. I get that, but you're gonna want to get acquainted with groves for sure. Isn't a Nap Dragon in Mystria as well? That's true, but I think for this quest, you specifically have to kill this one. I could be wrong about that, but when you get a quest like this, I don't know if I have to kill this one or not. I'm not sure. I think I might just be able to go kill the one in Mystria. Yeah, I'm not. It's been a while since I've done some of this stuff, so I know that when I kill stuff in Ginormosia, it counts for my quests. Yesin. So maybe you're right. Yeah. Okay, I got this. Let me get my shades on real quick. All right. Now we're good. Now I'm too cool for school. It'll go away soon. The sun will move on here soon. Yo, what's up, Maddox? Good to see you. What's up, Strawberry Grass? Also, I missed a message. What's up, Lizzie J? Do you know what the ranks are in order? I'm at expert in most lives. So expert goes to master, and then master goes to hero. Right. So master would be after expert, and master is honestly when you're technically kind of done with a class, in my opinion. The game is like, the way the game's designed, it's like you could stop playing once you get to master and you would feel pretty accomplished. Hero is the final step, and hero is when you really want to push and finish all the content. So that's how that goes. So master should really be your goal as an average gamer. If you were to get master in your favorite classes, or maybe all the classes, you would be very accomplished and you would be kicking butt. Hero takes a bit of grinding. It takes a better understanding of the game. It takes a lot more time. And I don't think hero should be everybody's goal. I think for some players, hero might be out of reach. Maybe they're not into grinding the game the same way that, you know, some of us lunatics are, you know? But that's my take on the difference between hero and master. Master mode, here we come. Yeah, master's not too terrible to reach. There's a couple classes where master's a little bit more tedious than others, but it's not too bad. You should be able to handle it pretty well. All right, let's go that way. I'm rocking my bike right now because I crafted it myself. But yeah, we could do some groves if y'all want to get into some grove action. I was thinking about doing a couple mid to high range groves if anybody here is interested. Otherwise, we could do some Ginormosia together tonight if there's gamers here as well. I would like to do some more Ginormosia. That was a lot of fun. And then lastly, I'll just be continuing to level up my crafting lives today. All right, what do we got here, bud? All right, we don't need to buy dark honey anymore. Maybe uber rich milk is also available somewhere. I'll grab these golden apples. Evil carp. Yo, what's up, Florida girl? Good to see you. Crystalline base. Or bass, rather. It's pretty expensive, but I'm gonna buy it anyways. I'm definitely buying the Darkfire. It's like easy to farm, but it's also very convenient that it's selling here. Oh, the pink magic dress. And the dragon stompers. Sick. Okay. Dope. Nice, dude. I've been kind of looking for those recipes for a while. What a nice pickup. So I started playing both again on Switch 2, and I like the background noise. Maybe I'm not seeing them, but do you have a mods or a playlist of your first Breath of the Wild playthrough? So to answer your question, yes, but because I had to transfer everything off of Twitch, everything is just slowly in transit when it comes to my VODs. So unfortunately, you're just dealing with one of the many playthroughs that are just stuck in stasis right now. I would say transit, if you will, between Twitch and YouTube, because I had to delete everything off of Twitch and move everything to YouTube. And then I'm going through YouTube and I'm slowly making everything public and like cleaning them up and putting them in playlist and Yeah, so Breath of the Wild is a part of that process that just has yet to have gotten released yet. So oh, also we got the camera angle thing. Right? Didn't we get the camera angle update? I don't even know if I can tell the difference. Anyways, so yeah, I don't think it's released. I don't think it's released yet, Flip Toast. I mean, obviously it's not, but I'll put it on my list for stuff to get out here as soon as possible. The Breath of the Wild stuff shouldn't be too hard for me to get unpacked for you. You're able to tilt up further, seeing more in the distance. That's pretty nice. I think I can tell here. I think I can tell. It's hard because I took enough of a break from the game, you know what I mean? But I think I can tell. Yeah, there was an update for PC to make the camera angles better. It'll be coming to Switch soonish. Yeah, no, I appreciate you asking, Flip Toast. Thank you for asking and for being interested in my show. And like I said, I'm making a small little list of people's requests, and I'm focusing on that stuff first. So I'll go ahead and I'll put it on that list. Is there a playthrough of Graveyard Keeper? There is. That's another one of those stuck in stasis kind of things. So here, let me write down Graveyard Keeper. I actually have Breath of the Wild written down, but I don't have Graveyard Keeper written down. And yeah, we can do that. That's actually some of the stuff I'm going to be focusing on in my free time this week. So maybe even as soon as tomorrow. Graveyard Keeper is another one that will be super easy for me to get going for you. So that's a good one. That's a good request. Yeah, that one would be super easy for me to get released because all those episodes were real nice and cleaned up. It's a lot of my old playthroughs that are a little bit harder because I have to like do extra work. About to fight this little boss real quick. Talking about high-level groves, I have a grove I might want help to complete. Full depth godly cabbage with an aging altar. Dude, I'll do that. Are you kidding me? Farming godly cabbage, aging altar. Do you want a 2 PC setup? No, I don't, unfortunately. I do not have a 2 PC setup. That is that's the goal. Maybe by the end of the year we can make that happen. That would be super nice. Because I do plan on investing in a new PC, but I might wait until November when I can maybe get a deal on a piece of hardware. What is this fish? Forest Lord fish. All right, anyways, let's get back to doing our shops here. No, just one PC. Me and my friends were talking about Mario Kart World, and we agreed that it's the Trojan horse of gaming because it's good, it's a gift, but it's expensive. Yeah. The Trojan horse of gaming. I like that. Oh, I randomly had a tropical dresser for this guy. Cool. We'll take it. I will say that coming back to PC feels super nice because of the post-processing is off and I can actually see everything again. As much as I love this game on the Switch 2, holy heck does it make a difference to be able to turn off depth of field. I can actually see everything in the distance in that again, dude. It's so pretty. This game is gorgeous, man. I'm still going to be playing on my Switch occasionally, but I came back to PC to check out the new update tonight. Yo, what's up, Fanian? Welcome back. Hope you're enjoying Breath of the Wild, Flip Toast. Are you doing a fresh playthrough? All right. Nice, give me them. All right, let's do one with shadow carrots. No graphic improvements from Switch 1 to Switch 2. Yeah, there is a Switch 2 version of this game, and it is graphically improved. And I don't know what the Switch 1 version looked like, but I can tell you the Switch 2 version is gorgeous. There just is not as many settings, right? And that's like literally it, right? So like the setting I'm talking about, I can actually just show you. So this setting specifically right here is not an option on Switch, right? It's called depth of field post-processing. All right, so look at the top of the screen. You see how it kind of blurs a little. You see how it's kind of like blurry at the top of the screen? Just like focus on like some of these trees back here. Focus on like the distance here around the edges for like a second. All right, and now watch when I turn it off. All right, yo, what's up, Shamtoon? All right, so like now watch when I turn it off. Kind of take it in, take it in. And then it takes away this like weird blurry edge. It's like it reminds me of Link's Awakening on Switch. It takes away this like blurry edge around the screen. It's called post-processing. I'm not sure, but in my opinion, it makes everything look better when it's off. I do, however, like Link's Awakening, and like I understand why post-processing depth of field exists. Like I get it, like I understand like what it's attempting to do, and it kind of creates this almost like dreamlike looking state, right? So like, yeah, I get it. I totally understand why it's a thing. I just think it looks better without it. And I'm not the only one. I think a lot of people agree. They just added that option in the Xbox version, so it'll probably come to Switch 2 soon. Oh, that's dope. That's actually super dope. Yo, what's up, Sham? How was Marvel Rivals? Welcome to the Hyrule Gaming Group. I appreciate you. I'm glad to have you popping in. I didn't expect the raid from you, but I hope you enjoyed your Marvel Rivals. I was actually lurking on you for a little bit. But again, I can't stress it enough, man. The Switch 2 looks great. The Switch 2 version of this game looks phenomenal. And especially if you're playing handheld or you're playing on like a big 4K screen, I've noticed both of those are really, really pretty to look at when playing this game, man. Handheld is a gem. I was playing handheld the other night and just doing some crafting, and it just felt so good in my hands. All right, and then we're just looking for one more shop here. So what I do here when I do my dailies, so really what I'm saying is stuff to look towards when you're doing Ginormosia is you want to look for these backpacks, and it's merchants, and they sell somewhat rare stuff. You're also looking for these stands, and you want to sell your veggies that you're farming up, because most people are probably doing farming because it was a part of the story. If you're not, that's fine, but the only thing I don't like about handheld is the Joy-Con sticks, which I'm right there with you on that. That's never going to be my favorite. However, I'm thinking about testing out the kickstand soon and putting it down on a little table and using my Pro Controller and testing out the kickstand, because I think now that the Switch 2 screen's even bigger, it's going to be an even better kickstand experience. I used to rock my Switch 1 on a stand on my desk as like a third monitor at the time. I'd put it like right here, you know, like right next to my keyboard, and I would play with my Pro Controller. So now I'm realizing now that it has a built-in kickstand, it might be really good for like a kickstand Pro Controller setup. And I'm looking to test it out here in my house. Chomping at the bit for Tamagotchi Plaza to drop so I can no life something on Switch too. I'm so excited for you to have a game to no life. I feel that way for everybody. To have a game that they're truly connecting with. Like, I'm gonna be real, I'm truly connecting with Mario Kart. I really love the game. And I said this morning, the more I play the game, the more in love I am with it. It's such a great game. It's such a great game. It's just so fun, dude. Like, I'm not trying to be a shill, man. It's just my opinion. It's so much fun, man. So I don't know. Like I said, what I said earlier today during the broadcast was this: the more I play Mario Kart, the more I understand why it was the only Switch 2 Nintendo game to come out so far. Which contradicts a comment I just made the other day where I said, I'm not sure why they didn't release something else alongside Mario Kart. It didn't feel like it was enough for a console release. But the more I play Mario Kart, the more I'm like, actually, this was enough. It has a lot to do. It's really cool. Yeah, there's so much charm to it. So I realized, like, maybe it was a good decision for them to release it. You know, I think they really did make a special experience with that game. You know, even if it's not for everybody, you know, that's okay. All right, we should probably harvest up these crops here before we do anything else. Although for my grove, should I prepare it now? We can go ahead and do your grove right now. Yeah, let's go. All right, cool. Yeah, if you want to invite me, and then if anybody else in the chat wants to join, would that be cool? I think, I know Ray is out there. I know we have a couple people who are ready for a high-end grove. I think this is a level 900 grove, so you are going to want to be somewhat experienced to join this. Yeah, I'll join. I'm okay with waiting on my farms until the end of the grove. I really should. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to my farms. I don't know why. I really shouldn't, because I need the experience, but here, let me go buy my shadow seeds. Yeah, there's a Tamagotchi and a Tamagotchi. I know that's a little confusing, but there's a Tamagotchi and a Tamagotchi coming out. One of them is like next year, and one of them is in a couple days. The end of June 20th something. Here, let's quickly get a couple gotcha boxes. Hey, how you doing today, Miso? I just got this game and I feel like the beginning is a little slow. No, the beginning of this game is pretty slow. No, it for sure is. The truth is this game kind of falls into that traditional RPG box where they front load you with information and story. It reminds me of like old Final Fantasy, where like you just get front loaded with story and dialogue and lore. And like, while that's nice for people who love RPGs, it's definitely a bit of a slog early on. I think that as long as you can push past the first 3 or 4 hours, this game really starts to open up. So I do recommend sticking with it. Stick with it a little bit. This game's slow for sure. It's not just you. It's not just you. The game really, really wants to set a foundation. And then it starts to open up. It is beautiful. Yeah. Yo, good to see you in here today. All right, yeah, so yeah, Yasin, I'll join you here. Let me go online. Okay, I'm on my way. Sick. And we'll see. Hopefully we can get a couple other people, because I don't know if a 900 with only 2 people. What we could do, Yasin, is I can join, and if we don't get enough people, you can open it up to public. That's actually an option. You can change the settings once the room is open. So we can get whoever wants to join in here, and then you should be able, you can change it to public if we have to. Let me go to advanced search. No. Cabbage. Password. What kind of grove is it? It looks like it's going to be Right here. It's a harvesting grove, level 900 year, so pretty tough. It has an aging altar, which is massive. And anyone's welcome to join. If you haven't, if you are feeling some end game, this is a good grove to get in. Because aging altars are really nice, and since it's a 900 year, I think it's like the best possible aging altar. All right, sick. Here, see if I can hook you up with some food while I'm here. I don't know if I've done any cooking recently. Ooh, I got some fruit punch for you. Some fruit punch plus. Enjoy. I tried to do a 900 the other day. They didn't put a level requirement, so level 20s were coming in. We struggled and I left. Yeah, you need people to take it serious. Yeah, unfortunately, you need people to take it serious to do level 800s and 900s. Kind of need some serious gamers, specifically 900s though. 800s, you can kind of carry some lobies. Yeah, Sidey, pop in, please. We got 2 spaces at the moment. First come, first serve. I'd love to have you. Love to have you, dude. I posted our merch on the media share. It's the top post in photos. Okay, cool. What's up, UKNet? Chantelly Rose. I also missed your message earlier, Sidey. I think you commented on the degeneracy. Hey now, I'm not a lunatic just because I wake up at 2 a.m. to grind. That was me there for a minute. I just got back from our Pikmin adventure in San Francisco. You were on a Pikmin adventure? What level is 900? Everything is almost level 100 in the dungeon. Almost. Almost everything is level 100. Level like 92 to 100 is usually. Yeah, I'm playing on PC, but I played Rune Factory.
HGG fam, how are you guys on this Monday? Dwee by Hammy Love Dwee by Hammy Love Dwee.
Yo, thank you Dweeby for 32 months. What's up, Dweeby? How you doing? I'm playing this on PC. Rune Factory is available on PC, but I played that on Switch too, just earlier, if you were here earlier. Yeah, Rune Factory is available everywhere, I think. I think all consoles. I think so. You need an Epic Games to play online? Yeah, I think you do. I think you do need to log into Epic Games to play online. I think so. Maybe not. Just a lurker. Lurkers are welcome here, man. Lurkers are always welcome here. You moved your face and it's square. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't feel like having my main camera on today, so we're just hanging out in the office. Oh, no, you only need the Epic Games account to do cross-save stuff. I misspoke. You can play this game online without an Epic Games account. But if you want to do cross-saves between your save files, you need Epic. All right, it looks like we have one more spot for anybody who can handle a high-level grove. All right, otherwise we could start, or Yasen if you wanted to. Oh, looks like somebody's coming in. Yeah, it's a high-level grove, so keep that in mind. It's going to take some work. It looks like we got Rydia and Nira and Yaz. So it looks like we're ready to lock in. Let me see if I have any food to gift. I might have to do some cooking. Yeah, I have to do some cooking. Sorry, I'm slacking. Your master chef is slacking. You've been grinding away. Yeah, my hunter's level 89. My highest level class is farmer at level 90. And that's why I'm here, because I'm looking to get farmer up to level 91. Yeah, what's up, Exhaustion? Good to see you, dude. Ending Croissant, good to see you back as well. To Maddox. Oh, which one are you, Maddox? Are you Rydia or Nira? I think Nira is Sidey, right? Yeah, you guys are fine. Honestly, you want to know the hardest part of these level 900 groves? Oh, that's not you? Dang. Looks like we filled up, y'all. Sorry. I don't know who Nira is, but you guys are welcome in. What's up, nerdy lady? That's me. Hey, nice. Neuro, you've been grinding, dude. What's up, man? You've been grinding, Figs and Roses. Holy heck. All right, ready up. Ready up if you're down. And let's dive into this grove. Yeah, these level 900 groves can be tough. I think the toughest part is the fighting the monsters and catching the fish. I've found that level 100 fish are absolutely brutal. And so are level 100 monsters. They just take so many hits, man. I'm still on a high from Pokemon Niantic this weekend, and now I'm re-addicted to Pokemon. Did you so NAIC, is that, what is that? Is that a international championship stuff? Did you go to some sort of NA international championship, or were you watching something? That's cool, man. I honestly, there was also a Super Smash Brothers tournament this weekend. So I'm not actually hosting this grove myself, but I think we'll do a couple groves tonight. So we'll try to do some more here after this if you're going to be sticking around, Sidey and anybody else. I'm thinking we could do some Ginormosia as well. I'm just here to hang out. I'm just here to hang out tonight. Down to jam with y'all. All right, here we go. I honestly love this song. It reminds me of Dragon Ball / Dragon Ball Z for some reason. Oh, we got some Shadow Boys. Oh, we got good damage. We got good damage here. I think we're going to be fine. I think this grove's going to be a breeze. They always take some extra effort, these level 100s, but... See that thing just one-tap me? Sheesh. Let me just check my equipment real quick. Okay, we're good. I recently had to change some stuff. Oh! Hold on, I'm gonna be a punk and fix something real quick. Hold on a second. I have access to my 10% experience charm again. Yeah, nice. Lost 5 pounds by changing my diet and moving as much as I can. I can't wait to start swimming twice a week. Yo, you got this, Lizzie J. Dude, Lizzie J, you're gonna get it, man. Yo. Bless is in the chat, man. You got this, Lizzie J. That's so cool. Very, very, very happy to hear that. Today I learned lactose-free milk isn't lactose-free. It has something to do with a certain enzyme. And also, you should know that if you're lactose intolerant, you might be lactose intolerant to more than one of the different chemicals or enzymes in milk. So you could get lactose-free milk, but then still have a problem. I learned that the hard way. Yeah, because like, not everyone is allergic to the main enzyme. Like, there's some people that have an allergen to like another enzyme. I don't know the exact science, but you can be allergic to more than one thing in milk. Yeah, I'm lactose intolerant, but like, it developed over time. So it's like I'm more lactose sensitive. That's the better way to word it. I'm lactose sensitive. So I can do some milk here and there. I can do some ice cream and stuff here and there. And like, it's just not a good decision. Sometimes it can really make me kind of sick. I just wouldn't say I'm like fully intolerant. I think sometimes I get away with it. I can do mac and cheese, you know, I can do butters here and there. And so the grind begins. 20 more vegetables to go, eh? Good to see you back in here, Random. And what's up, Bengi? Good to see you in here, Bengi. Oh, it's under a certain percentage they can call it lactose free. Maybe that's why not all lactose free milks worked for me. That's actually really interesting. At this point, I just stick with almond milk and I just stick with oat milk. That's just the play, man. Even though it sucks because it's not the same consistency, that's the only problem. So if you're eating something like cereal or you're trying to cook something and you want that perfect milk consistency, it's like you kind of are making a sacrifice using an alternative. Like for example, like if I'm making mac and cheese, I'm sorry to say this, but mac and cheese will never taste right with like an alternative milk. Maybe it'll taste good. Maybe there's some superior chefs out there that can like make it work, right? But in my heart and in my taste buds, like I'm gonna notice the difference if you're using like an almond milk. Have you tried making ice cream with non-dairy milk? No, I haven't. But now I have eaten some non-dairy milk ice creams. Coconut milk seems to be the best for ice cream, in my opinion. I've had almond milk ice cream as well, and they're serviceable. But I find that most of the good non-dairy ice creams are just using something like Lactaid. They're not using an alternative. They're using something along the lines of like a Lactaid, right? Like it's still milk. It's just they take out the enzyme. Right? So like, yeah, like that's the thing. It's like almond milk and all that stuff is good, but the good non-dairy ice creams are still using like cow's milk, from what I understand. I think they just have to like raise the temperature of it to a certain point to get rid of the enzyme or something like that. I think I watched a YouTube video about it. I clearly have no clue what I'm talking about. We might have to fight these spiders. We might have to fight these spiders here. But some people are allergic to cow's milk, so non-dairy ice cream really needs to be non-dairy, not just lactose-free. That's scary. Yeah, that makes sense, right? And I think it would be labeled if they're using an alternative milk. Like I found that coconut milk ice creams are labeled coconut milk. But you're right about that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not helping. I should probably stop to help. I'm helping by farming. I promise I'll feed everybody after this. Non-dairy and lactose-free are two different things. They have to be specified as such. Ah, okay, so that's probably like a law then. That makes sense. Okay, so if you get ice cream that says lactose-free, that doesn't mean non-dairy. But if it says non-dairy, then that's different. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, like most like ice cream places don't carry any non-dairy alternatives. I'm learning the struggle is real out there, man. Like, you know how like growing up you had those like ice cream stands, you know, all over. Ice cream shops pop up for seasonally. Not a single one have a non-dairy alternative. You have to go to like a premium joint. Now, good thing Ohio has a good amount of premium joints. But it sucks, dude. I never find non-dairy options at any of them. Like, even if you go to like Dairy Queen, the only non-dairy option is their non-dairy dilly bars. And you have to buy a box of them. I don't even think they sell them individually. You have to buy like a two box set of them or something. It surprises me that it's not more popular, that there's not more non-dairy options. It actually really surprises me. I'm like, really? Like, this has not become a common thing? Like, I don't know. I just find that to be a really weird thing. Yeah, Ben & Jerry's is the best. Ben & Jerry's non-dairy options are so good, dude. They do this like caramel banana or something that is just so good, dude. Oh my lord, dude. Yeah, dude. Like, yes, dude. Their new oatmeal cream pie one's fantastic. Ben & Jerry rocks. The last time I had ice cream was Ben & Jerry's. All right, I'm gonna stand here and fix my equipment while we go to the next floor. I hope you don't mind. I need to put my experience charm back on my classes because they took it off of me. They took my freaking experience charm off of me when I switched to the Switch version. I found that to be so dumb, but it is what it is. Yeah. The So Delicious brand. I use So Delicious for yogurt, and they do a good job. So Delicious for yogurt is real good. I was vegan for a number of years. I only found Cold Stone has chocolate one, and Sorbet, that's pretty much it. Yeah, good to see you, Dolphin, by the way. I'm not a heavy ice cream guy, so unless there's something like peanut butter cups or brownies. All right, let's go. What am I gonna put in here real quick? Why don't we go ahead and get a super sick frying pan going? I don't think we have an aged frying pan yet. So I'm currently using this one with plus 10%. Yeah, let's go with this one. Let's get an aged frying pan going. And then there's the easy way to do this is to use your sacks of gold and silver and copper. Apparently these are like the super easy way to do this. However, what I like to do is I like to use my crops. Because I have so many crops that I can throw 100 carrots in here. 50 carrots. Look at, like, I just use my crops, man. Very. Yeah, Dazabound, you can turn it off. Did you see that? You can turn it off. I turned it off. They finally gave us an option to turn it off. And you want to know, dude, I got a lot to say about that. I'm actually gonna, I might send you a message about that. They're real, man. Twitch is just on something, dude. They're so crazy, man. Anyways, I turned mine off instantly. Yeah, thank goodness, man. Ghost trains. Twitch is just so gooberific. Gonna try the last fight in the Coliseum at 62. Probably a bad idea. Dude, you are in for a treat, Layla. Yeah. What's a ghost train? So recently Twitch has been experimenting with this thing called momentum trains or moment trains, where a hype train can kick off due for a couple different factors. The major one being like the activity in your chat spikes. So let's say you get a raid and a bunch of people start typing. And the problem is that they just made a bunch of people beta test it for them without giving us any option to opt out. So these trains just started appearing, called ghost trains. That's what we call them, because we didn't understand what was triggering them, and it was a big experiment. Well, now it's official. And if a streamer can turn on the ghost trains and make it to where trains don't just activate based off support like they used to, but they can activate based off of chat activity or all sorts of weird stuff, like if a previous supporter shows up in the stream. So like if you're somebody who has gifted subs before and you're watching the stream, a ghost train would trigger to entice you to gift more subs. They said historical supporters. Yeah, real weird stuff, dude. Real weird stuff, man. Either way, the experiment is done and now you can turn it off, which I did because it was garbage. Oh, frick, I activated everything in here. Oh, no.
Just keeps getting
all right, let's just fight.
in here with the fan HD gritty HD.
Yo, thank you, Gil, for the tier 2 for 28, man. My bow gained a chance for frostbite from burying it. Nice, dude. That's cool. We have some notes in the Discord pinned that can tell you all of the possible skills you can get depending on the age of the room that you're in. So like, for example, if it's an altar from a year 800 dungeon, then it'll tell you like the skills that it can get and the percentage that those skills will be at. It's a really nice document. I recommend you check the pins out in the Fantasy Life channel in the Discord because it's super useful. Either way, that frostbite chance, it sounds awesome. Like, that's actually so sick. I love the aging system. It's actually one of my favorite things in this game. It's so MMO-y. It reminds me so much of the MMOs I've played in the past, where you're upping your gear and there's like this really cool, like, kind of rare thing that can happen. It's real neat. Go ahead and get some gathering boost here. Can you re-roll age? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I imagine you can just replant it in the ground and re-roll it. I imagine you can do that, yeah. I know that you can recraft something that's aged and you can just take it off, right? Because when you recraft, you can choose what goes back on it, right? So maybe if you recraft something with aging, you could just like take it off and then rebury it. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just started this game this weekend and it's so much fun. Gil, are you by chance playing with Sunset or is this a solo journey? I only ask because I bet you it would be a good game to play alongside each other. The first life I chose was Cook. And the first life I mastered was Hunter. The second life I mastered, heroed, but you know, hero. First life I heroed was Hunter. Second life I heroed was Farmer. Third was Cook. So Cook, Farmer, and Hunter have been my main classes the whole time. And it all kind of, it just stayed that way. Started with Cook, picked up Hunter, eventually got farming through the story. It's cool. Yo, what's up, Druck? Yeah, I was in the mood to play, man. Where do we go from here? This way? I was in the mood to play and I wanted to hang out, and I'm taking tomorrow off. So because I'm taking tomorrow off, I was more enticed to come and hang out with y'all. I think we're gonna get attacked by these bees. Yeah. Since I decided I'm gonna take a personal day tomorrow, I know I just had a couple days off, but it would be nice to be able to catch up with some chores around the house and some business. Like I want to do some work and get some YouTube videos released and So I'll take tomorrow off. That'll be my like refresh, just a little earlier than I originally planned, and then we'll come back Wednesday and we'll be here all the way into next week. So all the way into next Monday. The water pic you posted was very nice. It gave me all the summertime vibes. Man, it was popping down there. I went out to Edgewater Beach, man. It was popping down there. It was insanely popping. The amount of people down there was absurd. It was also probably the hottest day of the summer at that point. So, you know, that helped, right? Yo, thank you, Gil Wen, for the tier 2 for 28. Playing it solo at the moment, but she might pick it up this weekend. I started with Blacksmith Life and I'm really enjoying it. Nice. So a lot of the lives are connected. You'll realize quickly that the lives are very connected with each other, right? But like in a good way. So don't be shy to pick up more lives as you go. Just to throw a little bit of advice out there. But starting with one is the play for sure. I always recommend people do 1 combat, 1 gathering, and 1 crafting. And try to just make them connect. Yo, do we have any other hunters? I'm gonna use poison. If you guys want to use a different spell, by the way. If there's any other hunters in here. I find the crafting and gathering lives to be more interesting. Dude, I love the crafting and gathering lives, yeah. I did it. The fight is brutal. Dude, that fight is brutal. Dude, I'm glad you're enjoying this game, Gil. Don't be shy to ask any questions. We have a whole beautiful community in the Discord of Fantasy Lifers. Our buddy Oz just said that he was able to get mass hero in every class with the help of the community and his own hard work. Their own hard work. And I just want to say that because like I feel like that's a testament to we actually have managed to build a little Fantasy Life community here, and I'm pretty proud of it. Boom, 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 boom. And now that we've gotten past that initial Switch 2 launch, we can start to get back and lock in a little bit. Here on stream, we can start playing a little bit more on stream and off stream as well. I might even show up in the Discord and do a little bit of Fantasy Life tomorrow, so look out for me. If I'm in the mood, I might do a little Discord couch session or something. So how do the buried tools work? I've done 2 groves. I'm on level 300 grove. Where do I bury my tools? So it's a specific grove. So Jessica, there's different groves that have different special attributes. And one of them is a monster house, which is like a big room of nothing but shadow creatures. One has an altar. One has a changeling upgrade, a strangeling upgrade. And I think there's one other special grove. So every once in a while, you'll run into a grove that has a special room. And it's a treasure grove's the last one. That's the only way you can bury stuff in the altar, is if it's a special grove. So not every grove is going to offer it to you. I've only got 23 hours on my save. I have so much game left. You have a lot of game left, dude. I'm at 150 hours. And I got plenty more to go. This is my first Fantasy Life. Same here, man. Same here, dude. Good to have you in the chat with us, Gil. I'm glad you're enjoying this game, man. Send some love off to Sunset for us. Good to see you back in here, Jess, by the way. Would it be Jess or Jesse? 100100190. Can't always avoid them. Sometimes you gotta fight, man. That's why it's important that when you do these floor 900 groves, that people come prepared. Like, you can't just be a level 90 farmer. You have to be able to do everything. Like, I can't stress it enough. It sucks, but it's like, you can't join a floor 900 grove without expecting to sometimes you're going to have to fish. Sometimes you're going to have to woodcut. Sometimes you're going to have to mine. And more importantly, you're always going to have to do a little bit of fighting. So when you join these level 800 and 900 groves, you have to consider the fact that you're going to be asked to do more than just whatever the grove is, right? And that's the problem, is people will join these groves and they're like, oh, okay, I'm a level 75, farmer. I'm fine. And it's like, yeah, sure. But if you're hitting stuff for 1 damage, it's kind of a problem. It's like, I've been cooking while listening to the stream today, making some chicken bacon ranch pasta. The original plan was Caesar, but I don't have any Caesar stuff. Aw. I ate raw today. I just wanted to eat raw. So I had some roasted but no salt sunflower seeds. I actually still have them right here. I had a banana and I had a yogurt drink, a lactose-free yogurt drink from Chobani. That was my dinner tonight. Just keeping it light today. And then I'm going to make myself tomorrow morning for breakfast. I'm going to make myself a freaking onion, garlic, broccoli omelet. I bought some broccoli crowns and I got a fresh Spanish onion and I got a fresh bulb of garlic. And I'm gonna steam the broccoli so that it cooks evenly with the eggs. And I'm gonna make myself an onion, garlic, broccoli omelet in the morning. I think it's gonna be delicious. I think it's gonna be banging, dude. I'm looking forward. That's about to be my breakfast tomorrow when I wake up. Imagine the Neopets giant omelet. Stop, dude. Not the giant omelet, dude. That's a lot of stank for breakfast. That's why I'm doing it on my day off and when no one else is here, because I'll be stanking all day. And then I'll run some errands tomorrow. I gotta go pick up some Drano stuff because these drains are old and they keep clogging up a little bit. And then I'm gonna try to get some YouTube stuff done. That's my plans for tomorrow. But yeah, I got a nice breakfast planned, man. And then I got some meal prep stuff to do, but I might be saving that for stream. I think we're gonna be meal prepping up some chicken, some turkey meat, because I'm thinking about doing a sneaky test stream of Scuff this week, unscheduled. I might just show up like Thursday or Friday and we might just cook for a couple hours so I can test out a new Scuffed Eats setup. So I'm trying to get a Scuffed Eats setup where I don't have to tear it down. That's the thing I'm aiming for right now, is like a Scuffed Eats setup where like I don't really have to tear it down. I can kind of like keep it up for the most part and live my life. That's what's kind of been taking me so long with setting it up. Because I'm like, I don't want it to be a chore to go live with Scuffed. So I've been like really wrapping my head around how to like make it incorporated into my kitchen. And like, there's one major thing I don't have, which is a nice table. So no matter whatever I do right now is going to be temporary. And that's another reason why you've been waiting for Scuffed, is because my original mindset was, I don't want to bring Scuffed back and then have multiple temporary setups. I was like, I just want to bring it back when it's ready. But I realized that I just need to do it. Like, screw it. We're just going to do it. We're going to have fun. And I'll get the freaking table over the next couple weeks. And then we'll get that permanent setup in the future. But for now, it's like, I can't just keep waiting for the perfect setup, because then I'm just gonna wait for another 6 months. I know myself. I'm like, unfortunately a perfectionist in that way. Like, I'll just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. So Oh, LPK. I'm still waiting for the day we do something together, LPK, on stream. It would be cool. A special guest. You can do the commentary, I'll do the cooking. It's not called Perfectionist Eats. I know, dude, I know. What kind of table? I just need like a traditional, like, it needs to be kind of tall. That's really it. I need like a square or round table that's not too big. You know, it needs to fit in this little space I have in the kitchen, which it's a good size space. But the key is I need it to be tall. Because there's one thing about cooking that sucks, and I learned this cooking on a line. I'm sure LPK can agree with this. There's nothing worse than a short table. Because then you're hunched over the whole time while you're using your cutting board. Being hunched over blows. Yes, not sitting down to eat height. Yes, I need it to be counter height. Thank you. So I'm looking for a counter height table so that I can properly like have good posture and stuff. And that's it. That's all I'm really looking for. It all comes down to me just having to make a, I have to do some research, look at, I'm sure I can find it online or something. I just haven't, I spent a lot of money on my moves. So like, you guys want to do these shadow crops real quick for seeds? We don't have to, but it would be dope. I love seeds. Oh, we're getting beat up by snakes. Yeah, I wasn't looking to spend any money anytime soon, so I've been hesitant, but I'm gonna get myself a couch first. Once I get myself a nice couch or another chair for my living room, then I will I'll get the table. That's my, because the move was expensive, man. My wallet is still recovering from the move, dude. It's my wallet's still freaking recovering, man. It was expensive, dude. Couch is a priority. Yeah. I want another seating. I want my seating arrangement in my living room to be proper. Right now, it's good for solo living, but it's only one chair. I need space for a guest. Hit us up with your throne link. You guys have supported so much already, man. Somebody just sent me a new set of mixing bowls. Our friend Midna. How about that? They're really nice too. I'm excited to check them out. What's up, Aisling Moore? What are your thoughts on the game? Dude, I love this game, Aisling. Dude, I'm 150 hours deep. Nice, Druck. You're about to restart Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive on the Switch 2. Did you, Druck, did you get your Switch replaced, bud? Yo, what's up, Pessimosaurus? I will admit that I think it sucks more for girls than guys because men are taller and they have more neck and back issues because of that exact problem. Ah, the hunched over cooking. I never thought about that. Yeah. I imagine that's actually true. All right, we have to go catch some fish. So you guys ready? I'm going to give us some food here because if we have to deal with some level 100 fish, they're about to suck. Dude, they blow. All right, let me go ahead and get us some Gathering Plus here. Ooh, somebody already gave themselves some. Now, I have Hero Cook, so when I feed you, I give you extra food. So for the record, if you're not a Hero Cook, let me feed you and I can get more bang for your buck. I know I have a lot of experienced players in this room though, so I'm sure we might have some other Hero Cooks. I also want a new couch. I have a sectional, but I want a bigger one with recliners. Let me feed you. I was able to get one online at Target the day after release. I had it delivered that Saturday. Good, man. I was real sad about that whole thing. Like, just for you, you know? Yeah, Aisling Moore, I love this game. I have a lot of high thoughts, or high comments, high compliments. There we go. English. For this game. I have a lot of high compliments. I enjoy it a lot. Hold on, I'm gonna not everyone back out at the same time. I'm gonna back out and give us some food real quick. If we all back out, then we lose the fish. So we just have to be careful. Terrace row has a row of old Victorian coal sheds along the back. I had this idea to turn it into a mini home theater setup. I measured it out. Sadly, it's far too small. Oh, dude, what a good idea, too. Nice. 2 fish already down. That wasn't bad at all. Here comes the level 100s. We might all want to stick to one of them on the 100s. I've learned that they can be brutal instead of splitting up. But at least it's not a boss fish. Those are honestly the worst. Yeah, you know, I was about to get a new bed frame and I realized something. I don't think I can fit a king mattress into my house. Unless it comes rolled up. You know how sometimes you can get mattresses that are like pressure sealed and they're like rolled up and then you open it up and it goes to its full form. Yeah, if I don't get one rolled up, I can't get that in my house. Now the frame I would build, so I can get a frame easy. And then I realized, but then what about a box frame though? Then I realized, what if I wanted a box frame? That wouldn't work. I couldn't do that, right? Like I can't get a box frame in it. So I'm gonna have to get a frame that does what a box frame would do, essentially. If that makes sense. You can get a 2-piece box spring. Oh, really? I didn't know that existed. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I was thinking about this last night. I'm like, dude, this place is not, the doorways are small. There's no way. Do they not come as DIY build yourself? I'm gonna sound like such a child, but I have no clue. Like I've never bought anything like that. Like, the last time I purchased a box frame, I just threw it on the back of a truck. Like, I don't know. I don't really know my options. Yeah, I don't really know my options. You can get a platform mattress and a frame, and you don't need a box frame. That's what I'm saying, right? That's what I was thinking. I know that there's frames that do what a box frame does, basically. I just need to get a nice frame. Just get a raised bed with the slide. Way better than a king size anyways. How are you going to get them out? True. If I'm going through all... Yeah, how would I ever get the mattress out of the house? This is getting more complicated the more I think about it. That's a later Josh problem. Yeah, current Josh wants to sleep in a king mattress. That's a later Josh problem. That's funny. Adulting. Either way, I do need to commit to a new mattress here soon. Casper sells the frames. You put them together as well. No need for the box spring. I love my Casper mattress. Yo, good to see you, Jackie. Welcome in, PM Squad. What's up, JR Prisma? Fancy meeting you here out of the work hours. You have a California king? I'm so jealous. Stop. As someone uneducated, what is a box frame bed anyways? So, I'm not sure. So a box spring is just a wooden... and spring-based box that sits under the mattress to give you more support and to give you like an elevated experience, I think. So a lot of traditional bed setups would have like a metal frame, and the box spring sits in the metal frame, and then you have a mattress on top of that, and it gives you like a ton of height off the ground, and it also supports you more. And then you can also get box springs that are just like boards, because sometimes people want like a flat board instead of the springs, depending on their needs. I think that's what your question was. Night streams are just such a treat. And a reminder, exclamation point night. We're going to be here Friday night for Mario Kart World. Friday night for Mario Kart World. Come on by. 5 p.m. ET. We'll be showing up at 5 p.m. and we'll be going until 9 or 10. So maybe 4 or 5 hours of Mario Kart. Nice, level 8 fishing. Level 80 fishing. Rip. Rip. GG's, dude. Yeah, Mario Kart World Community Game Night. And if you don't own Mario Kart, you could still join us. It'll be a good time. I might do some, I might do a couple little giveaways. Like, I might turn it into a little event. And we haven't done a community game night in a while. Maybe a couple Steam game giveaways. Just have some fun with it, all right? Yeah, so come on by. It should be a lot of fun, man. It'll be a dope way to spend a Friday night. I might even grab myself a drink and do a little bit of a pseudo adult swim. I got some brewskis left in the fridge. It should be a lot of fun. Bum, 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 bum. All the kitties out of the pool. Back from work and the grocery store, came home to you streaming. Heck yes. What's up, Kamu? Yeah, I wanted to hang out with y'all. Since I was taking the extra day off tomorrow, I felt like this would be a nice treat because I know I just took a couple days off. So taking off tomorrow like is a little bit of a bitter pill for me to swallow because it's like, well, I just took time off, so it feels like I'm taking a little too much off. I'm like, well, why don't I do a night stream tonight and I'll feel a lot better about taking the day tomorrow. And then once we get back Wednesday, we're going to be locking in. We got a big week of streams ahead of us, so should be fun. Hey, what's up, Jenska? Remember the first time I was here struggling with my depression for the first time? As far back as I can remember, I've been depressed. Yeah, me too. Even my younger self at 8 years old. Well, surprise, today I got a new diagnosis. Turns out I was never just depressed, I was bipolar. This place always felt like a safe place for me, so it feels just right to share it here first before telling anyone else. I'm glad that you are continuing to further your, knowledge of yourself and your, your pursuit of mental health is admirable. And I know I always like to commend people for their bravery or being able to step into the doctor's office and to be able to make sure you're taking care of yourself. So just want to let you know that's a very brave thing for you to be doing, and it's courageous and good for you. Good for you. Hopefully this next chapter of your life helps you better understand, your mental quirks and you're able to better navigate that. I know I've never been diagnosed fully. I have, been seeing a therapist for the past couple years now, on and off, and there's definitely been a couple diagnoses thrown around here and there, but most of my life, I know I've dealt with high highs and low lows, right? So I just bring that up because I can relate a lot to some of those feelings, and you're not alone, dude. You're not alone. Oh, we have to mine. Oh, my bad. I thought we were fighting. Let's try to avoid hitting the turtles because the turtles suck to kill. Try to avoid hitting the tortoises. They seriously take 8,000 years to kill. It's nuts, dude. Yeah, good to see you in here, Jenska. All right, I'm grabbing that loot. Oh, here they come, dude. Level 100 Tortoise. These guys are brutal. Look at 1 damage, dude. You better pull out some magic. These guys suck. Yo, if you're a hunter, you should use a different spell, by the way, because spells don't stack. So if you didn't hear me earlier, I'm using poison. If somebody wants to use paralyze and somebody else wants to use sleep, we don't want to use the same spells because they don't stack. So when it comes to optimization, you want to be switching it up. I'll gladly use sleep. If somebody else wants to use poison, I'm fine with that. But for now, I'll stick with poison. Since this isn't a combat-based grove, I didn't really talk a ton about it. So, like, no worries. But yeah, optimally, you want to try to sync up with your hunter. So, like, what I do when I play online is I just use sleep because nobody uses sleep for some reason. For some reason, all the hunters I meet online just avoid sleep. So I just use it. I go into it right away with it. And I find sleep to be really cool too. Because after Dazza told me about the damage you do when you wake them up is more, I find that sleep is actually pretty OP, especially if you have a special charged. Yeah, what's up, Ann? Hey. Just got home after a long day of driving to my doctor's appointments. I'm exhausted. This is the perfect thing to come home to and eat. Combo of Paralyze and Poison's my favorite. Nice. GG's. We got to go get 5 more of those bad boys. Where are they at? I think there's some over here, right? Yeah, there's one over here. We have monsters to kill, though. Ugh. Monsters feel like such a chore when you're doing this. And not year 900, man. To be fair, though, I don't have, like, the strongest weapons or anything in the game. I'm still pretty weak, comparatively speaking. Like, my levels might be 90, 89, but I'm not really using, like, super high-end equipment. And keep in mind, like, if we run out of time and we can't finish, we can go right back in. So don't let the pressure of the clock ruin that. Like, if we run out of time, Yaz can just restart the whole thing, and like we can just go right back to where we were. I think we're pretty close to the end right now, but yeah, don't feel bad. Don't feel like you have to rush through this stuff. It doesn't really matter. You can just go right back. If anything, it's just annoying. Ore Buster. My favorite thing is that when I set up my character's look, I always make a point to give them the weakest looking weapon or tool. So when I play online, I like to trick people into thinking I'm using like trash. Like if you look, it looks like I'm using like a super weak pickaxe. We don't have to fight these turtles, by the way. We can avoid them. But it looks like I have a super weak weapon on, and I like that. I kind of like debating people. When in all reality, I have like a really nice pickaxe, but Boom, boom. Is there PvP? No, there's not. This game would be cool with PvP though, to be honest. It would be a little crazy and probably not too intuitive or anything, but like I think it would be fun. The turtles come to vibe. Yeah, dude. Avoid fighting level 100 turtles as much as you can. I'm telling you, they suck, dude. Now, I think turtles have a weakness though, right? So they're water. So I think that they're weak to wind or what, I don't know. I don't remember the weakness chart. But I think they're also resistant to physical damage. So if you have a mage that can do the right elemental damage, they're probably not that tough, but a lot of people focused on melee and like hunter, so yeah, LPK. It reminds me of those big like styrofoam cowboy hats from like baseball games. Turtles in a half shell, turtle power. What's up, Aelith? Do 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 do. All right, then we have one more after this we have to go find. Honestly, we're kicking this this Grove's butt though. We have a pretty solid crew here. We got slowed down a little bit, but depending on how close we are to the boss here, what I recommend, Yaz, is maybe just reset if like we have to. Like if we're gonna run out of time, you might as well as reset after this room and then we'll rejoin. But if we're like close to the boss, we could beat the boss. We only need about 3 minutes to fight the boss. I find 3 to 5 minutes is enough for the boss in most scenarios. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Player 4, where'd you go? You run away from us? There they are. In Lightyear Frontier, you can actually build houses now and you can go in them and decorate, and your mech can change into a tractor and harvest crops. Wow, that game's come a long way. Holy heck. Honestly, Lightyear Frontier was cool conceptually. The little bit that I played of it, what did we do, like 3 episodes of that game? 2 or 3? Game was fun. What's up, Keisha? Yeah, I haven't been paying attention, so I don't know where we are in the Grove, but like I said, I find that most bosses need just about 3 to 5 minutes. These level 100s, man. Look at it, dude. It's a bloodbath. It's a gauntlet. Look at this, dude. Holy heck, man. Get us out of here. I don't know if the exit's here. I'm looking. I see some shadow sharks. I'm like, dun, dun, dun. Honestly, fighting shadow stuff is always worth it, but I'm just looking to see if we can find the exit here. Okay, so here's the exit if you want it. Oof. Bum 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 bum. Ah, we are at the end. Yeah, we can do this. Oh yeah, we can do this. We can farm this in 5 minutes. The farming bosses aren't too bad. These bosses are no joke though. Like, I might run out of stamina during this fight. And I might have to recharge. It's like Grandpa Cabbage. Why you so cute? True. Oh yeah, we got this in the bag. Remember, try to do your hardest hit at the end. It's so hard to line up on level 100s because you do way less damage than you expect. See if we can get as long as we get an excellent, that's all that matters. I realize that it doesn't even matter how much damage you do. It's just as long as you get the word excellent. I think that's all that matters. GG's, everyone. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. That was tough, right? No, excellent. Yeah, we still beat it, though. It's tough to time it at the end, man. At the buzzer. Every year 900 I've done has been at the buzzer for the record. Every one I've done, there's like 3 minutes left. If you do it in like one swoop, so I'll take that branch all day. I will take that branch all day. Give me that branch. Give me that. 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 Give me that branch. Would you like me to gift you the branch back? Or do you care? I'm glad we didn't get a monster house. Yeah. What's up, Amber? Yeah, I don't mind. I'll gift it back if you want. What's up, T Davies? Good to see you back. Yeah, I don't mind at all, bud. It's the least I could do for you hosting. So if you'd like the branch back so you can do another one of these in the future, otherwise I'll keep it. I guess you could use it if you do multi-sessions. Okay, thanks, man. Yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, I'll host it with the community in the future. Though these altars are nice, man. So I'll try to get you in next time. All right. If I do this year 900, we'll give you a spot for sure. Again, as just the least I could do. Speaking of, let me go get my pan. Plus craft time bonus. Crafting minigame time limit increased plus 10%. Interesting. I would have liked special skill charge to stack with the 25% we already had, but this is cool. Aged 1,000 years. Sick! Aged 1,000 years, dude. That's crazy. That's super nuts, man. How's this game run on the Switch 2? It runs really well. Yeah, it runs really well on the Switch 2. Flawlessly, even. Flawlessly on the Switch 2. On the Switch 1, you could tell it would, like, hiccup a little bit here and there. But on the Switch 2, it feels like it runs pretty flawless. There's a lot of seasoning on that pan. It's got to be a little rusty. It's got to be a little rusty. Now I'm gonna go take care of my crops real quick, and I might get level 91. I'm having some problems with controls for some reason. I was a little bit on Switch too. I couldn't get my controls to make 100% sense from PC to Switch, but I eventually did get it, if that's what you mean. I just got my Switch 2 and I was thinking whether I should get it for Switch or Steam Deck. That's a tough decision, dude. I'll say the Steam Deck probably has more options and will always get updates first if you care about that. That's probably the major difference. That's probably the major difference. Major difference is you get updates first and there's more like graphical options. Ah, strange. Well, I'm glad we managed to get through that regardless. Yeah, thanks for everyone for joining, by the way. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and get my crops going, and then I'll go do my arena dailies. And then we can go do a Ginormosia run, maybe, if people are interested. Let's go see what my grove is. I don't know what grove I have sitting in here right now. I feel like I'm gonna see a Beelzebub tuna to end cook. A Beelzebub tuna. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. What's up, Miss Spank? Shredded. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Yeah, there's graphic options on the Switch too, just less. How we feel about the Direct coming up? So the Direct I'm really excited about because I've shared that. Dude, wow, this update is so convenient. Wow, they really did a good job with that. That looks really nice. I really do like that, actually. So I'm excited because I've expressed that I want to see more of the game, and I'm normally not like that. I'm normally the kind of person that once I see a game, if I'm already sold on it, I don't really need to see more. But this time around, I'm actually I really would like to see a little bit more. I want to see just a little bit more. I'm already sold on it, but I would like to see a little more. However, I am a little sad because that means that I think that lessens the chance of us getting an actual Direct, right? Like, is that fair logic? You know, you can't predict Nintendo. It just feels like it maybe lessened the % chance of us getting a regular Direct this June. And maybe my prediction of like later in the summer is more accurate. Or maybe Nintendo just does a regular Direct the next week. They could do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like there's not rules that they're following, you know what I mean? So we'll have to see, but I feel like this does lessen the chance of us getting a regular Direct now. Nice, I'll take that Dino meat. That Dino meat. That Dino meat is dynamite. Have you seen the best news ever? What's the best news ever? I'm still new, but it'd be cool to play this one day with you for sure. Yeah, honestly, I have kind of set myself up to be able to play with newer players. So anybody's welcome to join depending on what we're doing. For sure. I even have a couple classes that I haven't leveled up specifically so I could do content with lower level players and still feel like I'm getting something out of it. And so are you, like my mercenary. Stuff like that. So yeah, I'm down. I'm down as to do content with anybody, you know. I joined Discord. Nice. All right, let's gift you my last corn on the cob here. Nice. Glad to have you in the Discord with us. Do you get different people in your arena? I only seem to get the big guy now. I think so too. I can't remember, but it did seem like the arena is like the same now. Let me go check right now. Let's go do the arena real quick. Let's go get Swole at Swoleen Island. Bum, 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 bum. We'll grab our archers real quick. And we're off. Fern. Layla. Jerry. Just enough skill points to get the 50% buff once I got that devil fin. Nice. I recently was able to grab something pretty nice. Ooh. The godly swing here. And the triple chop here. That is a beautiful pickup. I'll grab this. My arena had both Napdragon. Oh, I did that. I fought the Napdragon and the Prairie Dragon simultaneously. I don't remember what their levels were, but it was insane. I did that. I need one more point. Are you effing me, dude? What? Effing kidding me? What is this? Farmer level 28. What am I doing with Farmer? I want this. Got it. We were saving up for Gentle Touch. Critical hit rate. Critical hit rate. Critical hit rate. Let's just go with... Let's go with some crit here. Hero Cook, we're just waiting on points. Ooh, look at my Expert Carpenter is killing it. I grinded up a bunch of Carpenter levels. That's actually what I did when I was hanging out and playing off stream. I want experience gain. I want as much experience gain as I can get. That's the whole game here. Get as much plus experience gain as you can get in these crafting classes, because these are the grindiest classes. What's up, gamer lady? So I go for these 10% experience gains. They're just huge. Should be able to grab one more here. Oh, I can't. Not yet. All right, let's go ahead and get some plus carpentry then. That'll be a nice little pickup here. And we'll save. Master Alchemy can't get anything. Master Artist, and then Merc, and then Hunter. Yeah, I was able to finally get Hunter's Fury, which was a big deal. My Hunter tree is really coming together. That's everything after Hunter, right? Magician, Miner. Yeah. All right, let's see what's in here. Are you ready to go muscle to muscle against our passionate fighter, the Crystal Behemoth? So yeah, I mean, this wasn't there before. I think it does change, but maybe it only rotates between a couple, and maybe you're just getting unlucky. So if I understood, I would switch bows here if I understood the weaknesses better. I just really don't understand the weaknesses that well. I need to go sit down and actually look it up, because at one point somebody said that it was like it's not like a circle, it's not like a triangle, you know, it's light and dark are weak and strong to each other. And then somebody was like, fire gets beat by wind and wind beats water. And then somebody else the next time came in the chat and were like, actually water and fire beat each other. And I'm just like, really? Like, what? That doesn't even make any sense, right? But you know, the game doesn't necessarily have to make sense. So I just need to go look it up myself. Whew. This guy got a kill on me. I was only half paying attention. I would like to thank you for blessing my pools with your presence. Good luck on your TCG pools tonight. We love to hear that. So normally what I like to do is once I poison them, I like to actually switch. Usually when I poison them, I like to switch off of poison to something else. Because the way I see it is ideally you stack 2 of them on them. Did you ever team up to defeat 5 and 6 star raids? Yeah, we did a lot of that stuff when Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was like fresh. We did a ton of that stuff. We did so many raids. We used to do full raid days where we would just sit here and do raids over and over again. Especially early on with like the special events that they would do. Let's do plus 100 combat power. And let's fight this big bird. That's that sleet energy right there. We just one tap those birds. Did you decorate the wall behind me? I did decorate this wall, yes. Man, this guy hits hard. Nice, we put him asleep. Wake up. Switch back to poison. Yeah, the wall behind me is nice and decorated. And it's got a shelf of a bunch of the cool stuff that the community sent me and stuff I've collected and my Tangy pillow, and it's definitely a vibe. What's up, Shapeshifter? All right, nice. Shredded wheat. Now, we did lose our graphite deposit save, and we only needed one more freaking thing. So let's just go do that really quick. I think that's the depths. And then we can actually go get, I think, master mining? I think master mining is about to happen. If we do this real quick. Would you do it again? Maybe. I kind of got over the raids after a while, but I could see myself revisiting Scarlet and Violet and doing like a raid day sometime. Like that would be a lot of fun to do as just like a one-off stream. You know, that would be a lot of fun to do for like just like a one-off kind of show. I do miss the raids in that game sometimes. I'm thinking about buying this game. It's getting super hard to resist buying it. The price tag is hefty. Any thoughts? It seems like a grindy game, which I really like. I can tell you that in my personal experience maker, this game is worth the price tag. And now that's everyone else. You know, that's your personal decision. Like that's a personal thing. Like, is it worth it for you? But I can tell you in my experience, it's very worth the price tag. I'm sitting at 150 hours and I have plenty more stuff to do, plenty more goals to be had. I think by the time I'm fully done with this game, I'm going to be pushing probably 250 hours, maybe 300. By the time I get to the point to where I'm like fully like, okay, I want to walk away. And like, that's, there's probably DLC coming. So like, you know, it could be even worse. So yeah, I give this game a pretty high recommendation, and if it looks like a game you're gonna like, if it falls in line with your gaming preferences, I think you are bound. I think you are bound to enjoy this game for sure. Yeah, the 3DS version has 2 more ranks above Hero. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, because of DLC, right? So yeah, I think I know $60 sounds like a lot. Here's the thing you have to realize though, and if this makes you feel better, I'll go ahead and I'll talk about this real quick, all right? Here's the thing. When people see this game, all right, they say $60. Fam, this is a AAA developer. This isn't an indie game. I think nowadays we get confused, right? And this is fair. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying, like, I think nowadays we get a little confused because of the way that gaming is. I think people need to realize, like, this developer has been around for like 20 years. This ain't like, no offense, this ain't Concerned Ape in Stardew Valley. Right? Level 5 has been around making games for a long time. They're a cult following type community who has built a huge audience. This ain't some indie company. So like when you see $60, don't look at this game and say, how is this worth 60? Compare this to Capcom. When you look at Resident Evil, you see a $60 game, right? This is the equivalent to Capcom, dude. Level 5 is huge, dude. They have tons of employees. This is a big company, dude. So a lot of people don't realize that. They see the game and they're like, $60? It's like, dude, this is a premier company that has been around for a long time. They're not a slouch. This is worth $60, man. Like, and I understand when you look at the game, and if you don't know this stuff that I'm saying, I also would look at this game and go, what? $60? So just keep in mind, I'm not calling anybody out or anything. I'm just here to kind of give you some knowledge, man, to guide you. Like, yeah, this company is not at all like, I think I'm noticing, I've been playing this game on Twitch a lot now, and I've noticed that a lot of people who come in here, they don't know who Level 5 is. They don't know that this company's been around for 20 plus years. They see a game and they're thinking, oh, Indie Revolution. You're thinking, oh, this is another indie game that has been, you know, this is another Fae Farm. This is another, you know, $20, $30, $40 game being overpriced. And it's like, no, they just so happen to go with this art style that kind of makes it look a little dinkier. And I'll admit, like, the art style, I'm not even saying the game looks bad. I think the game's gorgeous. But the art style, you have to admit, it does kind of give you like a dinky vibe. When I say the word dinky, I mean like cheap. Right? We don't look at something like this game and you don't instantly think $60. That is totally fair, man. That is totally a fair thought process to look at this game and say, this isn't a $60 game. So yeah, I think I'm glad that we can have these talks, and I like to try to get people hip, you know? I think also nobody realizes that this game actually was originally a 3DS game. And that there was actually a game before this that was really pretty successful and built like a nice cult following. So I think some people also don't know that there was actually a game before this. So it has like an established community. And now I'm assuming like most 3DS games, it wasn't $60 on 3DS. And that doesn't all the way help its case, unfortunately, right? Like it was probably a $40 game on 3DS. And sometimes it is a bitter pill to buy a game for 60 that was 40 on a handheld. You know, Nintendo's been kind of blurring those lines with re-releases. And so again, I'm just rambling to say, like, if you picked up this game, or if you're looking at this game and you're saying, I don't know if this is worth the money, that is a natural, super healthy, I think, reaction to have to this game at first thought. I really do. I completely understand if you're like looking at it at first and you're like, wait a second, is this worth my money? So that's why content nowadays is the driving force, man. You know, IGN ain't gonna tell you these details. These gaming journalists, right? You show up to streams, you show up to YouTube videos, and you ask questions. I'm glad you popped in today. And hopefully we can help you figure out if this game's for you, Maker Max, man, because it's real fun, dude. I definitely got my money's worth, and that's the least I could say. Fantasy Life Raccoon City, I'd play that. This is the third of the game, right? Technically, there was a game in between that they did a live service game. And honestly, the live service game was pretty successful from what I read. They just didn't drag it on forever. I did a little bit of research, actually, and the live service game actually was relatively successful, so to speak. It lasted longer than Concord, and I bet you it cost a fraction of the price that Concord cost. I think that says enough. Right, like it lasted longer than some of these AAA live service games. It stuck around for about a year or two from what I read, I'm pretty sure. And it was just a cute little online version of this game. I don't think it was too bad at all. It was mostly Japanese only, right? And then they eventually just took it down. They just didn't feel the need to stretch it out, you know? Yeah, it was a mobile game. So yeah. Honestly, we already maxed this area out, so we don't even have to do this. But farming experience is nice. I installed Fantasy Life I on my iPad, but never played it. Oh, you're talking about the online one? Yeah, I would have, now that I've played this, I would have loved to have seen what they did. But to be honest, I think this game is a culmination of everything they learned from that. I can just tell. I don't even need anybody to tell me. You can just tell. This company's smart, and you could totally tell that they totally took everything they learned from that online game, and I think they kind of weaved a little bit of it into this game. Now, that's coming from a pretty ignorant place because I didn't play the first, and Dazabound has told me in the past that the first had very similar multiplayer to this game. So, you know, maybe I'm a little off the mark with that comment, but as a guy who never played the first yet, my first interactions with this game, I said, I think they learned something from their online journey because this game has some cool internet and kind of online interactions. And Anybody here have the paralyzing bomb recipe? Somebody else was looking for that as well. I'm not sure. I know somebody in the Discord was looking for that recipe. Yeah, what's up, Bookie? How are we doing in chat? I'm doing well. How are you tonight? I'm honestly just waiting for this 5-minute timer to reset so I can go back to the graphite deposit. What I heard, it's an RNG recipe from Alk when they are at desk. For the paralyzing bomb, it's from an alchemist strangeling at your base. Oh, it's the same as the pumpkin pie recipe. Thank you, everyone. There it is. Yeah, I think the pumpkin pie recipe is the same. I'm currently trying to get the pumpkin pie recipe right now. I have 2 cooks living on my island. Yo, we'll see you later, Flower Child. I'll see you Wednesday. Yeah, you got a crit pot from that? We're trying to get our hands on our last ancient orb here. Where I'm at, Fantasy Life cost 80 bucks. So I like to check what I'm getting. Games are creeping up to 90 and 110, 100 to 115. I want to make sure I'm getting my money's worth with conversion rates applied. Yeah, you got it, man. It's smart. And that's why I think, like, for me personally, I take a lot of pride in providing a service. I think as a creator, I'm confident when I say this. I'm proud when I say this. One of the best ways I can provide value to you is by giving you a first look at a game, answering questions, and helping you navigate your purchase. I like doing that. I like being here for that, and welcome to my show. And when it comes to stuff I play on my channel, I'm going to do my best. I take a lot of pride in that. I think that's one of the best services I can offer to the gaming community. I do a lot more than that. You know, we entertain here and I put smiles on people's faces, and that's really cool. You know, I take a lot of pride in that too. But I think when I think about the value I can provide to people, I think that's one of the biggest values I can add to the table is I can sit here and I can answer questions. I can talk, I can discuss, and I can help you and everyone else better decide, like, is this game for me? So yeah, don't be shy to ask, man. Don't be shy to ask if you are not sure, if you have any questions about the game we're playing. And that goes for any game down the road as well. I'll give you my honest and grounded opinion. If I'm being sponsored for something, you'll know. We make it very clear when we're sponsored, so you'll know if I'm shilling. And to be fair, even when we do take a sponsorship, I'm allowed to speak my mind. Like, I've only ever had one sponsor that was like, don't say anything negative. Most sponsors are like, they want you to be honest, even if it means being a little bit critical. So, I guess we already had Master Miner, and we're going to be a Hero Miner. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. I didn't realize I was about to be a Hero Miner. That's crazy. Let's go. Dude, Grounded 2 looks dope. It appears that you enjoy this game as much or more than just about anything you've played on stream. Why'd the last ones take so long? We did it. My next hero. Congrats, it's your lucky day. You've reached the rank of Heroic Miner. I certainly am fortunate to call a great miner like you my friend. Guess that makes me the luckiest miner of all. There it is, baby. There it is, baby. Look at that. My 5th hero class. My 4th was Angler. My 5th hero class. Yeah, dude. How about that, man? I was not expecting that. Sick. Woodcutter's not too far behind. Let's go check our quest real quick. We have 4 things to get for Woodcutter. Not too far behind at all. And then we have Hero there. Magician is dragging behind a decent amount, but this stuff wouldn't take long for me to grind out. And then crafting lives. And those are the ones that are tough. It looks like in order to get Master Carpenter, I need to make 3 items, and I can only make 2 of them. I was just looking at this last night. I need some kind of cloth. And then for Master Artist, I need to go catch a blue scale Lordfish. And I just haven't looked on where to catch that. And then I'll become a Master Artist. Anybody know where the blue scale Lordfish is? And then for Alchemist, I'm already a master and I'm just working towards Hero. But I've never found it's some kind of monster juice or something. Here, I'll go look at it right now. Yo, what's up, SYM? Good to see you, man. Yeah, there's something I've somehow never experienced on my Alchemist. It's a certain item drop. It's like when I say I never experienced it, it's like a question mark. Right, so here I'm missing some sunny cotton. And then I'm missing an evil shard. I've never seen an evil shard. I guess I need to find it in a treasure grove. I just don't know what enemy I need. Oh, Cave of Trials Basement 3. Really? I thought I for sure caught all the fish in the Cave of Trials. That's easy, man. Let's go get Master Artist real quick. Oh, this is the monster thing I need. I need a monster crystal from a crystal behemoth. Yeah, let's go get the blue scale Lordfish right now. Heart of Darkness. Sunny Cotton, you can buy them. Lord of Death for the Evil Shard. Evil Shard! Oh, let's go make sure we take care of our crops. Dude, what a quality of life update. Like I said that morning, like, I honestly never minded how slow the farming was. But I will say that this update was necessary. In hindsight, like, it was a necessary update. It feels really good now. Lord of Death only spawns in groves. Yeah, it looks like we're grove diving here. Looks like we're grove diving. All right, let's go get the Lord. Let's go get this fish. I'm down to listen to a song, a mastery song. It'll be sick. Yeah, we still don't have that update on Switch 1. It's coming. That's actually one of the reasons I decided to play on PC tonight, because I wanted to check out that update. All right, let's grab some fishermen that aren't fully leveled up and take them with us. All right, so just the one. And then let's finish leveling up our carpenter. And Sophie the alchemist. Thinking the Magician's your favorite song so far? Revert Strangeling. Do we got anything in here? Nope. So what was it? Was the Cave of Trials. It's always the freaking Caves of Trials in this game. The Caves of Trials has so much stuff in it. I have a PC. I have a question. Is it worth getting it on Switch 2? I have that right now, and I'd prefer getting it on that than my PC. I think if you have a preference of playing on Switch 2, this game is worth getting on Switch 2. However, I always like to remind people, if you have the option to buy a game on a Switch versus a PC, PC is always going to be the overall better experience. And I think most people get that. So just keep that in mind. There's always like just subtle quality of life stuff, you know, that makes a big difference over time. But I will tell you, in my experience, I played about 2 or 3 hours on the Switch 2. It was great. It was absolutely great. It was a good experience, and it was worth it. Okay, we have to walk all the way through here. I always prefer Switch over Steam Deck. Yeah, if I can get a game for my Switch, I usually do. I really enjoy gaming on my Switch. So I'm that guy. Like I've actually done that a lot. Like over my years of gaming, I've more than once I've opted to play the quote unquote subpar experience over, you know, the PC, because I just prefer my Switch. 2 Point Museum. Dude, if 2 Point Museum comes to Switch, that would be sick. I think I would keep playing it on PC though. But I am interested because of the mouse functionality. It's hard not to be interested because of the mouse functionality, right? Like that's such an interesting thing that's like worth considering now. Oh, it's already announced. Oh, wow. I'm so glad I waited to play Tears of the Kingdom. Dude, I'm kind of jealous of anybody who's playing Tears for the first time. Yeah, LPK. I'm wondering if the Switch 2 will maybe fix that with like the goofy mouse Joy-Cons, right? Like maybe the mouse Joy-Cons will make a big difference. Like that would be pretty cool. I'm very curious. I will say though, I'm a pretty diehard PC gamer and kind of have been for a lot of my life. So I am not afraid of keyboard and mouse, and I'm not afraid of PC gaming. In the sense of like, I can go either way. I like controller gaming, I like keyboard and mouse gaming, and I definitely have a preference for certain games. Like for example, I would never ever play Diablo 2 on my Switch. And I know some people love that, right? Like no way. Because I grew up playing Diablo 2 on PC, and it wouldn't make any sense in my brain to play it any other way. Right? So like that's like an example of like, I definitely have games that I'm not interested in playing with the controller. But, and the reason I say all this is because I think 2 Point Museum would probably be one of those games actually. I think personally, I would probably prefer to keep that one on PC. Even though I think I did play 2 Point with the controller for the most part, didn't I? Anyway, that's funny. Now that I think about it, I think I actually played 2 Point with the controller for the most part anyway. I'm pretty sure I opted to use controller while playing that. I can't remember. No, was I using keyboard and mouse? Yeah. It just makes too much sense for those games for me. Nice, my first blue scale Lordfish here. And he's a pushover. A massive pushover. And we got 2 of them, which is what I was hoping for. All right, let's go back to our crafting table. Actually, we can do this at the Tropical Islands at the artist studio. And then we can become a master right there. Do you find the crafting lives repetitive? Is the only way to level those up basically those basically identical minigames? You know, I've said before that I think that the longer you grind this game, the more repetitive it likely will become. This game is definitely designed almost like one of those traditional MMOs, where when you get into the really thick of it, the real thick, gritty grind of it, you are opening yourself up to repetitive gameplay. But remember, becoming a hero in a class doesn't take much. And I think that getting hero... Ooh, nice. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone. I think getting hero would be something that you could do before you hit the point of like really hating the repetitiveness. That's just my opinion. I think once you got hero though, it's gonna take a lunatic to want to keep playing. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, dude. If you're trying to get level 100 in cook or artist or alchemist, and you aren't doing some kind of exploit, which I can share with you in just a second, you're a lunatic. I think most people are gonna stop these classes at master or at hero. You're asking for a repetitive grind, dude. That is what this kind of game is. You are asking for a repetitive grind. That is how this works. Now, there is an exploit. What you could do, and this only would really work if you had a friend or if you want to be a jerk online, is that you could go into multiplayer and you could switch to one of these classes while other people kill stuff for you. Because you get experience for the class that you are, no matter what's going on around you. So like, let's say for example, you joined a grove, you could switch to your cook, and then when somebody does anything that yields experience, your cook class will be getting experience. So there is ways to get experience in your crafting lives, but if you don't have people to play with, it would be pretty rude to go online and just stand there in your crafting class, not helping the online play. I'll tell you right now, as soon as people do that in my groups, I either leave or I turn the lobby off and I reset it. Yeah, we call that leeching. Correct. I call you a leech and I kick you out of my group and I reset the lobby because leeching sucks. So that's my I don't think you want to be leeching. Leeching bad. I'm willing to bet recrafting super high level equipment nets a bunch of experience. Also, so Dazabound brings up a good point. So I should make it clear, I don't really know all the answers. And maybe it gets easier over time. And there is one technique you might not know about, Endothermic. I got a technique for you. Have you heard about the experience gain partner gear technique? All right, not everyone knows about this. But if you didn't know, you can equip your buddies with gear, and that gear can affect your player. So let me explain. You can get plus experience on glasses. You can get plus 20 experience on a pair of glasses if you do it right. And what you do is you equip all 3 of your buddies with a pair of plus 20% experience glasses. And then you are getting a total of plus 60% experience gained the whole time you do anything, as long as you have those buddies equipped. And this is probably one of the most important details for somebody who doesn't want to grind too hard. So your first step is to figure out how to craft black glasses that have 10% experience on them. From there, you have to recraft until you get another 10% experience, and then you can get 20 total. Now, I don't know the details around this exploit because I don't use it. I just haven't. I've been lazy. But according to my current knowledge, that plus 60% experience applies to everything you do. But I could be wrong though. Right, like I'm not sure. Maybe crafting is different, right? I'm not sure. I can't confirm this. All I know is that people who are like getting level 100 in their classes are all using this technique. Everybody online, like if you see somebody running around with a level 100, they are likely using the plus 60% experience technique, because it's like one of the only ways to really take the grind away from the game. So hopefully that helps you out, man. And you can maybe cut some of that repetitiveness out if you're looking to level up those crafting classes. Ooh, let's see what else we can buy here real quick. Do we know for crafting wise if it's your partners that need the gear or your crafting buddies? Ooh, good question. So it would be the 2 buddies that are crafting with you. So you would get a plus 40% then, right? Good question. What's up, Ham Labs? All right, I think we're good. I don't think we need to buy anything else. Good. It's still 60 because of yourself. Bingo bongo, because you're wearing the glasses as well. Yeah, so hopefully that helps, man. It's all done through the recrafting system, though, to give you one last tip. Yeah, it's the recrafting system is the play, because you would craft the glasses and then you would recraft, because every time you recraft, you can choose a stat to keep. So then once you get plus 10% on a pair of shades, you recraft until you get another plus 10%. And then you got the plus 20%. So that's my big tip for anybody out there. You want to start messing around with recrafting if you haven't already. Yo, what's up? How you doing today, slacker named Jack? It can be any eyewear, but the low ones are easy to recraft. Thank you, Dazza. All right, here we go. I should be able to rock this. Lordfish, yeah. Oh. I will say doing this in handheld felt really good for some reason. I don't know, that's like a really weird thing to say, but when I did this in handheld on the couch the other night, I had a lot of fun playing the minigames. Like, they almost felt new to me. It was weird. Ooh, we still got the perfect. All right, who's ready for a master song, dude? Yo, broska. Yo, dude, good to see you, man. Appreciate you popping in. I'm not even trying to glaze you, but when I went to go start my night stream tonight, I said to myself, I wonder if Ham Labs will pop in. He's usually a big fan of the night streams. Here you are. Yeah, new song, baby. New song, baby. But now I think it's time for us to celebrate. Today we're going to have fun. I think getting Master Artist is a big deal though, because I think I'm about to unlock the gallery. Right? I think I just unlocked the gallery, dude. I'm really excited about this. My Gallery, that's the name of the song.
Hey, a dandelion shyly grins, quietly blooming low in the shade.
Oh man, we're getting serenaded.
Seen by someone dear, someone who cares, picted with happiness. A smile brings joy, begins. Simple bloom, a wondrous art, most beautiful view to the heart. Hey, some odd little thing he hangs in there.
Oh, I could have already got the gallery? How do you do it?
Irreplaceable creation, fair grandchild, cherish and craft and never to hide. This treasure is true, so precious, love inside.
This is pretty. It's making me blush.
Gentle worries carried on the wind, memories so kind through countless years.
Sounds like the first draft of a Disney ballad. What's up, Big B, by the way? Thanks for the compliment on the room.
Surely I love you, close to you, so true, shining bright, so right.
Didn't quite make the cutting room floor.
Hey, some sudden view, they're standing tall. Peculiar spider like a bejeweled.
What is this?
Dedication for someone dear inside life's best, and souls collide. Certain joy realizes will bring people hearts alive. Every day in life, canvas so wide, where dreams so
It's giving me AI vibes. Okay, don't do them dirty like that. Hylena's dies of cringing. This song is taking me back to Disney movie as a kid for sure. Never needed to go that hard, but it is. That's my favorite part of this. Is that it goes hard. It's a full 5-minute ballad. They put their whole everything into this. And they didn't have to do that. Like, it's so crazy. Every single time you master a class in this game, they sing a whole song to you. Like you have to, it's crazy, and every song is different and unique. Yeah, I mean, I think that's where game development's going in a lot of ways, dude. Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that. Yeah, you like even I watched this really dope interview from the main developer of Baldur's Gate. And he said the same thing when he got asked the question about AI, and he was like, we will always use, like, he's like, we will totally be using AI as a tool in our development. He's like, it's never going to be the final product. And then he explained this really interesting way on how they use AI. So, you know how in the game Baldur's Gate, there's like scenarios, and then there's different paths, right? So like, and there's your decisions matter in that game. Well, he said that a lot of times when they want to test these scenarios, they have to go and they have to build the whole scene, because they found that it's hard to feel if the scene is good if they're just using polygons, right? So they said that they found that during development that they would really want to take the time to build the whole scene up and then test it. And this takes hundreds of hours of development, but it's the best way to make sure that it feels good. And that he found that what they would do is they can use AI to create super quick, like just, you know, cobbled together scenes so that they can better develop and faster develop their different paths that the stories go down and still get that real feel. But he made it very clear that none of that stuff would ever end up in the end product. And that would only be for the development process. And then outside of that, the final product would always be handmade, custom designed things. So I found that to be like such an interesting thing, man, because it's like that this is the future. Like it is going to continue to be this way. Like, yeah, that's definitely where we're going. I've made sketches of everyone's happy faces. I'll keep these forever. Remember this day and how far you've come. Keep working hard and set my soul ablaze, rival. Received rank up rewards. Nice. We get an outfit. We get a new house. And apparently we have a quest. Maybe this is for the gallery. Right? So... But yeah, let's move on, because anytime AI gets brought up, it's a gross conversation. So let's just drop it for now. Not that it's gotten gross yet, but I'm just jumping in front of it now. It's never a fun convo because people get super emotional about it. So yeah, I'm done talking about it. What's up, Zwidar, by the way? Yeah, it's a very divisive. And here's the thing. It's okay if it's divisive, but people are too emotional. I'll call everyone out. Too many people are far too emotional when talking about it. And it's like, we can have like a solid, real discussion about the pros and cons of AI, but you have to take your emotion out of it. When your emotion's in it, it's never gonna be fun. Well, it's people's jobs. Yeah, exactly. So that's why we can't have the conversation on stream, because until people are willing to have the talk without emotion, it's just a talk that we apparently can't have. So yeah, that's the problem. Yep, it's like, it sucks. I wish we could have the talk. I have a lot to say on the topic, but we can't because people can't get the emotion out of the conversation. So it's just, it sucks, because like I would like to have the talk, but it's just not for my stream. It's not the time and place. So maybe one day though, we'll be able to sit down and have a nice chat about it. Maybe in the Discord. It's join the ranks of taboo topics like religion and politics. Yeah, exactly. The talk takes a whole new meaning. Yeah. Was someone looking for paralyzing bombs or de-paralyzing bombs? I think they were looking for paralyzing bombs. And I think the quest requires them to be crafted, but like they don't have to craft them themselves. I know one of the reasons why people want paralyzed bombs is there's a quest in the game that wants like 10 of them. I think so. And like, so like if somebody has the recipe, they could craft them for you, I think. People be like, AI stole my wife. That would be me. Jerry. Paralyzing bombs. I'm stuck on that one and the pumpkin pie. Yep. I'm working on getting the pumpkin pie recipe right now. I was looking for rich Uber milk myself. What vendor did you find that, Layla? Can you skip the master sequence or is it something you have to sit through? I think you can skip it, but does it really matter? Just walk out of the room if you don't like it. Who cares? I think you can skip it though to answer your question. But, you know, if it really bothers you that much, just go to the bathroom or something. Restaurant vendor by the Coliseum. Okay, sick. Thank you, Layla. I just got my second hero class, Hunter and now Magician. Nice. I'm on the fence about buying the game. That's why I asked. Yeah, I understand. It's just funny. It's just funny because, you know. I personally don't think it's that bad. You know. I get it though. It's pretty cringy, but it's fun, man. It's a part of the game. I've been skipping all the master songs except a couple. They've been so weird. Can we stop with the transphobic Jerry Springer chants? Jerry Springer's from like a very old era. And I'm not sure about all that, but I think you'd have to remember that there's context with everything. And we're just joking about the drama because it was a trashy TV show and there was drama. You know, nobody's saying anything about trans people here. I don't know anything about Jerry being a transphobe. I don't know anything about that. Nobody's talking about that. We're just talking about the fact that he would chant Jerry and it was funny because people would be on stage being idiots. And it was cool. It was super silly, and it was from a bygone era. All right, the times change, and if you go back and look at media for years and years ago, you're gonna find all sorts of stuff that doesn't quite hit the same as it used to. That doesn't mean that it was inherently bad or nasty. We grow and we change, and we adapt. Go back and watch movies from 30 years ago. You're going to see all sorts of stuff. Has anybody here watched Idiocracy? I literally just watched Idiocracy the other night. And they kept using this word over and over again because it was supposed to be the future. And they just kept using this word over and over again. And I'm sitting there like, wow, this aged really terribly. It doesn't mean that the movie was homophobic. It is just a movie, and it just used the word. And in 2006, it was just a very different world, man. Jerry Springer's from literally 90s, dude. Like, nobody here is trying to channel any kind of bad energy, all right? So just chill. Yeah, no bad juju. Yeah, you gotta have context with everything in life. I just watched Tropic Thunder a little while ago and that wouldn't fly today. Yeah, I got here at an awkward time. Yeah, well, every once in a while you have to kind of pull away from the showmanship and you have to have a real talk because Twitch is more than just you know, entertainment and viewers. It's actually a group of humans collectively on Twitch, and sometimes you got to pull the veil back and you have to have a real conversation about a subject that could be tough and maybe a little awkward. So I apologize you stepped into an awkward conversation, but yeah, sometimes you just got to have a real talk for a second, my dude. It's that's just kind of how that works, right? Like, you can't avoid it. We are all humans here, and sometimes you gotta pull the veil back, you know. I could sit here and put a fake smile on my face the whole time, but people don't want that, you know. We're here for real interactions. So. Aren't we all bots or dogs? Lucky for you, Highland, I'm in a good mood today, so I have a task for you. You'll craft me an Eternia windmill. I don't want to hear any buts about it. Yo, what's up, JD? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. I am both bot and dog. So, how do I get my gallery? Do I have to just keep doing quests for her? Ooh, we can craft the arched gate now. Look at that bad boy. How about building it? I'm not sure. I don't remember how this game works. Yeah, how do I get a gallery? You get the gallery at the guild itself. Oh, it's a guild thing. Oh, duh. Okay, let's go do that. Thank you. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, I thought gallery was locked behind artists. I guess I didn't realize that it was a guild thing. For some reason, I was under the impression that it was an artist thing. Nice. Well, we got a new house. What's this next quest? A lily light, and she's giving me the forest house C. Dude, I want that forest house because we're doing a forest theme. Sick. Okay, we got something else. Unfamiliar map. Is Switch broken for anyone else? On mobile, it keeps freezing and I have to refresh the desktop due to fail to load stream. Everything looks good on my end. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, it could be local. Could be a local issue. Or it could be Twitch itself. I know Twitch just like pooped itself the other day on my day off. I love that you can build and ride swings in this game. I know, dude. When I found out that the NPCs can ride the swings and that you can just place them and sometimes they'll be used by the NPCs, I definitely loved it. Yeah, mobile's always super far behind for some reason. I've seen people with 30 seconds, but 20-30 seconds is like the average. I might have to do this stuff. Let's go see if we can build an art gallery. How's this game with mouse and keyboard configurations? I heard controllers easier. Yeah, in fact, when you first load this game up, it straight up says that it recommends a mouse and keyboard. The camera's rough. Yeah. Like they straight up say, sorry, I might have misspoke. When you load this game up, they straight up say you want to use a keyboard or a controller. Like it's like, warning, we heavily recommend a controller with this game. So I feel like that kind of says it all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure mouse and keyboard's fine, but it's totally a controller-focused game. I wonder how long I've been able to build this gallery, and I've just been waiting for no reason. I feel actually very silly. What are you guys comparing this game to? What's the vibe? So this game is a hodgepodge of a lot of different ideas in the gaming space, but I personally like to put this game down first as an RPG. In my opinion, this game is an RPG first. I'm talking Final Fantasy. It's a story-driven game, and if you can't get through those first couple hours, if you can't get through the constant dialogue, and this one's for you, Neanderthal, as well. If you can't get through some cheeky, lighthearted storytelling kind of for all ages, even though it gets a little dark at times, you are going to hate this game. The only people that ever came into my chat complaining about this game were people who didn't like how slow it was and how much dialogue was in the game. Those are the only people that ever came into my chat and they were like, I don't like this game. Because they couldn't get past the fact that it's kind of a lighthearted, silly game. It doesn't take itself serious, and it has a ton of dialogue, and it's here to tell you a story. So this game's an RPG first, in my opinion. After that, you could say this game is similar to this old game on PlayStation called Dark Cloud. For combat, you could say it's a little bit got some Zelda energy. If you go to Ginormosia, it's got a very teeny bit of Animal Crossing energy with the whole village and villagers and the decorating. So it's got a couple little vibes going on, but I truly think that this game's an RPG first. Are the characters cute? Sure. I mean, everyone's chibi. So visually, they're about as cute as chibi can be. But dialogue-wise, this whole game is just nothing but a bunch of cute. This game is like the cutest game I've played in a long time. It's almost kind of like sickingly cute. It's almost kind of too cute and will be off-putting and for some people. like yeah, the dialogue and everything is just like over the top cute. It's just like all goofy and lighthearted and fun, and you know that it's the word here's I'm avoiding a word right now because I don't agree with it, but there are some people who would call the game too kid friendly. They would be like, oh, this is a baby game, because of how cute and lighthearted everything is. It's like they're loading it up and they want God of War levels of intensity, but they're loading up Fantasy Life and then they're calling it a baby game. You know what I mean? Like, so like but I've been avoiding that because I don't agree with that. I don't think just because something is lighthearted, it means that it's for kids. I think that there's plenty of media out there that's lighthearted and fun and that has nothing to do with children. So that's why I personally avoid that stuff and those words. But to give you an honest opinion, there are plenty of people that would, you know, try to like pin this game down as like overly cute. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't like this game that much because of the art style. Yeah, that makes sense, man. The art style's very chibi. I get that for sure, man. It's very chibi. POT Path of Exile 2 Kids Bop Edition. I don't really think they're cute. They grow on me more. Yeah, I think visually, you could either say this game is cute, or visually you could say this game is off-putting, for sure. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, the last thing that draws me into this game is the character design. What's up, Tyro? Welcome in. How was Rune Factory 5, man? Yeah, I'll tell you right now, like, if I had to make a tier list of things that I liked about this game, the character design is on the very bottom of the list. I do not care at all for this art style, specifically the characters. 100%. I'm right there with you. Now, here's the thing though, I'm a gameplay first kind of guy. So I can look past this if the game plays well. And oh boy, does this game play well. This game is a freaking blast to play, dude. So yeah, that's it. Now, I also will say, I think the art does translate well into the environment. It's got a very Animal Crossing fan-friendly kind of environment look. I mean, somebody could walk into the room, squint their eyes, and would excuse this for Animal Crossing. Wouldn't you say that's kind of true? Like, if somebody walked into this room and they weren't really, like, paying too much attention, they could totally walk in and be like, is this Animal Crossing? So I think the world itself looks really good. And it's for me as a fan, I like the world. I like the way the cliffs look. I like the trees. I like the crops. I like the decorations, the houses. I think all that stuff is fire. My husband literally asked me if I was playing a new AC. Animal Crossing wishes it was this good. Your farm placements seem chaotic. Wait, really? You like my farms, dude? They are a little chaotic. Dear Lord, that's a lot of trees. So right now, I'm actually building a forest. So what I'm doing here is I'm building a big forest. So this is my design. So this is one of two clearings, or three clearings in the forest. So this is a first clearing and it's my farms. And then you're gonna have a big, dense, thick forest that's going to take over most of this area. And then there's going to be a clearing here with the guild house. And then across this bridge, there'll be a clearing over here where we're going to have like a city, like a little town. So it's all under construction. I haven't had a chance to play a ton recently because the Switch 2 came out. But yeah, a lot of trees, dude. I spent a lot of money on this and I'm far from done. I got a lot more grinding to do. If there's a way Josh can make a forest, he will. I'm a little bit addicted, that's for sure. All right, nice. We got Master Artist, which is really cool. I think we're close to getting Master Carpenter. Now that I have the Sunny Cotton, I think we could maybe finish Carpenter here. Let's see. Yeah, we can. It just might not be the best furniture. It's been a while. Don't judge me. You have to buy the recipes? No. So when you rank up your classes, you get a handful of recipes automatically. And then from there, there's extra recipes throughout the game that you have to purchase in order to utilize, or you have to discover them, or you have to unlock them. But all the classes have everything they need to go all the way to hero built into them. So on your journey to becoming a hero of any class, but we're talking about crafting, obviously, it's all built into it. You get all that stuff, and then the real grind is getting the materials. That's the real grind, getting the materials. Sometimes the materials are really hard to come by, and you have to really grind out some bosses and some dungeons, and sometimes the materials are just, you need another class to get them as well. So like, for example, I needed Sunny Cotton in order to craft this item, and if I was a tailor, I could have made the cotton myself, but since I wasn't, I had to go buy it. Making me want to play Cooking Mama. You have to wait for the 1.3 update. Yeah, Switch does not have the update for farming yet. But it'll probably get it relatively soon. They're pretty good about pumping out the updates, so. Bum 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 bum. The new Naked Gun movie? I'm not sure about that. All right, and I think... All right, I'm gonna be kind, and I'm gonna warn you, Neanderthal, that we're about to get another song, bud. I know you're not a fan. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. You know, I like to mess with you a little bit, you know, obviously, but... We're going in for another one. Yeah, time to go make some coffee. Are you warning them or yourself? Hey, I love the songs. That last one was the first time I actually kind of cringed, though. I will be honest, the last one did feel like a Disney song, and it did transport me back to sitting through the songs like as a kid, like, I don't want to watch this. I need to go hide under the pillows. Like, the last one was a bit much. That was my least favorite, but I've liked all the music in the game. The reason I became a master was to show everyone that I actually had something I was good at. And for someone like you to come along and carry on my legacy, well, gosh, I couldn't be happier. But I noticed something. Your furniture and mine are actually built different. Your furniture's just fun to use. Because of your hard work, Hylian, all of your happy clients are here to celebrate your big day. And now it's party time. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you, Xeoxys. All right, this one's gonna be weird.
Bang, 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 hammer in the bending nail.
Yeah.
Heave ho, see my hand-nailed hands. Swish, 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 swish. I shake too much.
Yo, Tyro, thank you for the raid, man. Hope you had a great show. Yo, what's up, Midnight Sky? It's like Frosty the Snowman, kinda. Jazzy Christmas vibes. I know that emote was killing me too, dude. No. I'm so sorry. I always forget I can't click out of the game. Golden Kappa, immersion ruined. I'm sorry, I suck. I've done that for like 5 out of the 6 songs. I forget every time. Dude, it's so bad. I don't know why I keep forgetting, dude.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hammer in the bending nail.
Heave-ho, heave-ho.
You'll see my hangnailed hands.
Swish, swish,
This might be my favorite one so far.
swish. I shave too much. Would you look at that? You take me back, remind me of my youth. Such a great apprentice. You are
My pride and joy.
That's right. We're both masters now.
Master.
Look at what you become.
Like, you have to admit, man, I'm gonna say it again. What game have you ever played that gives you a 5-minute long ballad for completing something?
My best hammer in hand.
This is like the biggest congratulations I've ever gotten in a video game. Achievements are never gonna feel good. You know what I mean? Like the next time I get an achievement, I'm gonna laugh. Oh, an achievement. What is that? You know what I mean? What's an achievement? I want a 5-minute ballad, son. Yeah.
Finally, peace returns to Hyrule.
I play in a video game and they're like, thumbs up, you did a great job completing this adventure. I'm waiting for my song. Yo, Tiny Tink, thank you for 3 years, man. Bang, 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 bang. At your mom's house last night. Sorry. That's chocolate rain. Some stay dry while others feel the pain. Don't get me started on chocolate rain, man. What were you fixing there? The rocking chair, clearly. Have you got the Woodcutter's Master song? I think I have. Let me check. I think so. Yeah, I remember it vaguely. So the only classes I'm not a master in yet is Mercenary, Paladin, Blacksmith, and Artist. Or sorry, Tailor. So there's 4 classes left for us to hear songs from, and we've heard them all. And my goal for this channel and for this game is I want to do all the master songs on stream. That is like actually one of the main goals for my content for this game. I have some other goals and I want to do more multiplayer with people, but one of my main goals is to get master on stream with all the classes. Because I think that's a cool goal. I found a secret way to get some blue what? Do-do-do-do-do-do. All right, I'm gonna save and I'm gonna turn off the cross save update for now. All right, and we'll wrap it up there. We'll wrap it up there here. Thanks for coming out, everyone. I appreciate you popping in here. Let's jump over here. Honestly, this scene might not work. I don't have it set up properly. This is fine. Sure. I still have it green screening and everything. All right. I was hoping to get access to my keyboard, but I'm playing this game full screen and it's being a boob. Can I have my keyboard back, man? Okay, thank you. All right, sick. Let's throw on the track. Don't go. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Yo, thank you for coming and hanging out tonight, fam. Just a little stream. I try to go for 4 hours minimum, but I think I'm good there. More Fantasy Life to come, of course. Hit that follow button if you're over on YouTube. Like, subscribe. More Fantasy Life, of course. We'll be playing more of this game casually. I want to do more multiplayer. I plan to do more tonight, but I got caught up mastering classes. So we'll do more multiplayer for sure. Otherwise, remember Friday night Mario Kart. Friday night Mario Kart, baby. You ain't gonna want to miss it. 5 p.m. ET. Mario Kart World. We're gonna be jamming. Even if you don't own a Switch 2, come join us anyways. I'm gonna do some little Steam game giveaways. We're gonna hang out, maybe crack a brew or two. It's gonna be a lot of fun, dude. So even if you're not into Mario Kart, if you ain't got nothing else to do Friday night, join us for our first community game night of the Switch 2 generation. All right, should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. So I'll be back on Wednesday morning. The next broadcast will be Wednesday 8 a.m. We got a Donkey Kong Direct. We have a DDV update. We snagged the sponsorship, getting ourselves a little bag. And then we'll be here Thursday, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so on and so forth. So thank you everyone for hanging out again. I am taking tomorrow off just to give myself a little personal day, and then I'll be right back on Wednesday. I try not to take too much time off, but I'm gonna give myself a little sneaky day. All right, yeah, I'm gonna give myself a little sneaky day, so I'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you everyone for coming out. We're not raiding tonight. We're gonna fade, and I just want to say thank you to everyone for hanging out and for vibing with me. I know earlier, just now, somebody in the chat said thank you for the vibes tonight. And you know, the truth is I couldn't do this without all of you. These vibes are here because of all of you. These vibes are intact because of all of you. So thank you. Thank you so much, fam. On that note, this is Highly in Descent signing off from another wonderful Pyro Gaming Group production. If I don't see y'all here on Wednesday, I'll see you when I see you, fam. Don't forget to game more. And of course, as always, peace. Wrap it up and on to the next episode. Peace. All right. Just want to quickly say one more time, thank you to everyone who hung out today. Seriously, I had so much fun in this little stream tonight. I'm really glad that y'all enjoyed it as well. I told you I want to do more of these little surprise streams, so it's always worth it when I do them. I got a big smile on my face, and I appreciate y'all for that. Pessimosaurus, Fat Cat Plush, Ryan Perp, Exhaustion, Shadow Maiden, Mike 84, Karen Keisha, VCat, Midnight Scout, Trips 14. Yo, big shout out to all the fresh follows, by the way. Thank you very much, Mira, Gil Wen. We have a channel in the Discord dedicated to Fantasy Life, so join us. I'm thinking about playing a little bit off stream tomorrow, maybe in the voice chats. All right. Love y'all and appreciate y'all. Honored to be a part of your daily routines, and I'm certainly honored to have you as a part of mine. PM Squad. Anyways, I'm done yapping, y'all. Until next time, peace. Hit them cat jams, baby. Peace.